Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to something rather unusual on this channel. A free-to-play game. Which I suppose enlisted this as well, so maybe it isn't actually all that unusual, but I rarely cover these styles of games, if ever, really. But with Sony's Concord currently in an absolutely horrific beta, with something like 300 people playing it, yeah, and this game's doing just a little bit better, so I have decided to rub a little bit of extra salt into that wound, because, well, whilst Concord is giving us overweight women in trash can power armor, the Koreans give us sexy chicks in high heels. Yeah, I don't understand why the Koreans seem to be outcompeting the West either. I just don't get it. You know what's actually really interesting, though? The Japanese market, the anime manga market, they were the ones for the longest time outcompeting the West, but they've kind of fallen off a little bit. Not massively, but they're certainly starting to see the early onset signs of progressivism sneak its way into their nations. And Korea and China is chomping at the bits to get their piece of that $1 million market that is out there. That Reeve guy, I'd play this if I didn't have Kernel Anti-Cheat. Does it? I don't even know. I'm sure it has a lot of awful things attached to it. It's a Asian free-to-play game. I'm sure it's abusive as hell, but better than Sony. Better than Sony. So we're just gonna have a little bit of fun playing this free-to-play game today. Nice and simple, nice and relaxed, you know? A breakaway from the weekend as well. That's nice. Also, Gunfox, I don't think I saw you yesterday. Question, have you done an Orphan Warlord video? Also, Breed Kid, Smack Dev, also Witcher. Immediately, you can see a slight difference in the overall character design ideology of this game compared to most Western titles at the time. We are, of course, going to be playing Freya because she's a toxic woman, and toxic women are the best kind of women. In fact, if you don't believe so, I mean, you're categorically, pathologically wrong on just about every single solitary level, I do believe. Ah, yes, yet again, I just can't understand why Concord seems to be losing out to this title. Look at that little button nose, too. Ah. Korea's the future, what can I say?
계승자, 당신 덕분에 날 복구하기 위한 실마리를 찾았어요. 안내자 시스템이 손상됐을 경우 가장 확실한 복구 방법은 다른 철의 심장과 접촉하는 거예요. 하지만 그게 불가능한 경우를 대비해 선각자들이 비상 복원 프로토콜을 마련해놨죠. 철의 심장이 발굴된 흔적에서 같은 입자 원소를 구축, 유사한 접촉 환경을 만드는 거예요. 이런 프로토콜은 철의 심장이 손상된 경우에도 적용할 수 있어요. 벌거스가 선각자 데이터를 노리고 있던 이유도 바로 이 정보를 얻기 위해서였어요. 내가 철의 심장과 분리되며 그들이 가져간 심장도 손상됐으니까요. 유적지에서 보이드 침식이 벌어진 이유도 심장이 손상됐기 때문일 거예요. 하지만 계승자, 신경 쓰이는 문제가 남아있어요. 선각자 시설에 이런 정보가 있다는 사실을 벌거스가 어떻게 알고 있었을까요? 이런 상황에서 시스템 복원을 떠올릴 만한 존재는 안내자와 선각자밖에 없어요. 벌거스 쪽에 선각자가 있지 않는 한. 잠깐. 계승자, 이 불길한 진동은 뭐죠? 이건 분명 보이드 침식과 비슷해요.
보이드 차원 연결 감지. 반복한다. 보이드 차원 연결 감지. 거신 접근 중. 블루파이, 그레이브 워커.
Story! Shit's happening. Humanity's on the verge of destruction, as per usual. You know, it's nothing out of the ordinary. And I think we're about to be invaded by angels that look like war machines, because, yeah.
카렐이 철의 심장으로 일으킨 보이드 침식 이후 거신들의 움직임이 활발해졌습니다. 방금 도출한 계산식에 따르면 이번 거신의 도착 예상 지점은 킹스턴 접경지역.
Why am I listening to a male? No, go away, male. Disappear, male. We're not playing this game for males. God help me now. Right, what's my objective? I'm sure it's something.
The answer.
Probably has something to do with the map, maybe. Who knows? Maybe. Possibly? Probably. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, well, see, this is the problem with ignoring the mission objectives briefings when they are given to you by a filthy, dirty male, but I'm sure we'll figure out what we're doing at some point. Sujad, I've seen videos about female Japs talking about multiculturalism. Wells was spot on about them. Witcher. Oh yeah, Japan is beginning its own kind of slow descent here, which is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. I have yet to figure out exactly where my quest log is. There we go. Intercept Gravewalker, normal difficulty, in order to protect Ingress. But I want to... Oh, that's my objective for that too. Okay, never mind. I need to get Bunny Suit, because Bunny Suit will give me access to more women, and that's primarily what I'm interested in. Gravewalker. Gravewalker. Gravewalker? It's over here, right? Surely. Yeah? No? It's not this, surely. I don't even know what this is yet. Oh, hey, Gravewalker. Never mind, it's this. Okay. Public. Right, let's go bother somebody by dragging down their required level and DPS and ruining other people's day. Yes. Zero. This game is quite fun, but it just makes me want to play Warframe. Also, did you want to party up with anyone from chat? Also, where's Lazy Lumi? The taco is off having a tortilla moment. It's quite terrible. Hello, people. You are going to carry me to victory now. I hope you're all ridiculously overleveled, because I'm pretty sure I am underleveled. Also, I never did like Warframe. There's something about its general look and appearance that always kind of turned me off. Angel. So if I press this button, I will see breakable things on it. It doesn't have any breakable things. Well... Fear not, friend, allies. I will put poison on it. Or maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah, maybe this was a bad idea. Possibly. Potentially. Now, I will say, the game does have some issues, most assuredly. Is it shooting too loud? Shooting might be too loud. We'll adjust the shooting once we're done, I guess. Boy. So, it has the same thing that most of these games does, which is that it is a looter shooter, which means that you will be attacking enemies with health bars, which are significant, and you will be hitting them with bullets over the head repeatedly, until eventually they fall over. Once they fall over, you will collect loot from their corpses, and you will become a happy child. It is a simple system, but an honest one, if nothing else. Now, I believe I'm supposed to be climbing this thing or something, which I can maybe do by... Nope. Well, it turns out the game has destructible environments. That's unfortunate for me. Very unfortunate. The enemy all have health bars that are exceedingly large, and you are going to be holding down the button to defeat their health bars. Much like what I'm doing right now. This is a style of gameplay that you are either going to like, or you are going to absolutely, completely, and utterly loathe like nothing else you've ever encountered in your entire existence. Honestly, I'm very mid on this. On the one hand, you know, I kind of liked it when, that looks bad. It seems about to rain down on me, chance. You know, I kind of weirdly liked it in that one game. I have completely supposed to be like a huge release, but then it completely and utterly massively failed, in no small part due to the fact that in a game where the primary goal was allowing you to play as Iron Man, they put in place a limiter on how long you could play as Iron Man. Not actually very smart, if you ask me, since, you know, you want to fly around like Iron Man being a cool guy, a whole power fantasy, and you elected to limit the power fantasy. It was very, very retarded, and it made the game not do very well. Odd. But that one, I actually quite liked the parts of that video game, because it did make you feel like you had superpowers. It gave you that general feel of, I know it's too loud. Like, can I organize it on the fly, but I don't want to be mean to people. Let's see. I'll decrease it on the fly then. Oh, why did the massive volume not change? There. Happy now? I have spent these poor bastards' time not doing DPS to the boss. Ah, demanding chat, demanding. Demanding chat, demanding. Anyway, what was that about? Oh yes. Oh. That doesn't look good. The Iron Man video game. The Iron Man video game. Oh, hello. That looks like a fuck me spot. I should probably shoot it. I think it's a fuck me spot, but I don't know if anybody else is shooting it. Also, I'm kind of being attacked by a lot of little guys. Actually, I need to reload this. I've somewhat lost my train of thought here. It's not healing, is it? It's probably healing, isn't it? That's usually what bosses do in these kinds of scenarios. Start healing like a gay boy. Ah, you may destroy the fuck me spots. Good, 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 good. I shall proceed to do just that. Nice, lovely, fantastic. Can I do damage to you now? Yes, I can. As a big part of the whole... I am in the middle of nowhere with no cover to be seen. Why? As a big part of the whole looter-shooter genre, in my opinion, is very much so the power fantasy of it. You know, you want to be a cool guy, killing giant things, like this giant thing, for example. Ow, 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 ow. Also, maybe cover is growing scarce in the arena. I think one of the main selling points about this game is supposed to be the sheer size of the bosses, which is a nice selling point, you know, it's simplistic enough. Why do you like this game? Well, because I fight really big dudes in it. Okay, fair enough. Are we gonna do another fuck me spot thing? No? But this also does mean that you can easily end up in the situation where you feel like you're not really doing enough damage to justify your existence. That's kind of what I'm fearing this might be, as these do have a fairly sizable health bars. Although we got 3 minutes left, we can probably DPS this thing down. Are you actually taking damage from my poison, or do you just... I think you just ignore my poison, don't you? I think you do. I don't like that. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted so much of my mana by putting poison on him. See, I always pick the poison character, because I like the idea of doing dot damage. Despite the fact that every game I've ever played has basically taught me not to play the dot character, because you never do as much poison damage as you would have expected to do. Two minutes left. We got this. This is fine. Oh hey, you've got a little fuck me spot there in the front. I should have been shooting that at it this whole time. And then the enemy explodes in a satisfying shower of loot. Look at that. Purple stuff. Purple stuff. More purple stuff. Purple stuff. Tingling mixture reactor. Purple stuff. And then a green thing. Yay! I don't know what that does. Rewards that I have no. That one. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Lay code by shaping. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's lovely. I'm sure it's absolutely great somehow, some way. Camera not working, black square. What? Oh, is that thing still on? Oh, derpy. Yes, there you go. I never have that thing turned on anyways, it's fine.
보이드 역사를 분석하는 중입니다. 계승자, 수고했습니다.
I'm sure you have a story, but you're the wrong gender, so screw
네가
it.
거신을 요격하는 동안 안내자가 엔조에게 중요한 정보를 전달했다.
Obtain bunny suit advanced materials too. Acquire amorphous material pattern. Bunny by using bunny code, the reconstructed device. What? Now, this is also one of those issues that all of these games have. See, I skipped the initial tutorial for this because I figured I might as well try to actually get into the game before I started streaming it. Well, it is mail. Why is there too much mail in this video game?
오히려 승리로 이끌 거야. 계승자,
Mail.
안내자가 선각자 대.
Bad mail. Ooh, gold, thank you. Now, I need you to tell me how to get Bunny. Feels like, yeah, recruit, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Silicon. Ah, yes, it's teaching me how to make my weapons better. Thank you, video game. I will largely ignore your attempts to teach me literally anything, but I appreciate that you're making some sort of an effort in that direction. Zero, Arch game is loud. Also, party up. Good, good. I like it when game is loud. It forces you to send me money. Right, enhance module. We are going to enhance that one, probably. Yeah, sure. I can enhance it again. Do I want to? Probably. Yes, I want to chance it again. This Wiz can't hear you because boom, boom, boom. Listen, listen. I thought I'd adjusted the volume, and I had. It just hadn't adjusted it enough. It's entirely normal. Entirely normal. And Zero, you need other option for Bunny. Ah, there's another one for Bunny, eh? Amorphous material pattern. Listen, tutorials are for losers. Can I do that? I can. I might just do that a couple more times. This is apparently I picked the wrong thing for getting a bunny. Right, I did get a weapon, however. And that weapon has a higher stat than my current weapon, which means it's good, probably. Yes, definitely good. Sniper rifle? Do I want a sniper rifle? No, I want a rocket launcher, of course. Obviously enough. Also, of course, the game has all of the usual things, like battle passes. It doesn't have too much of a store yet, which kind of surprises me. Normally, these games launch with the store as the, you know, most important and primary point forward, whereas this one, chill.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Whereas this one actually starts with, you know, gameplay mechanics first, which is unusual in and of itself. I guess we're doing this again. Yeah, I don't think I want to fight it by myself, so let's start in public.
Question. fire is
Insane
the
hippie
answer.
hippie saying, Arch, Mexican orcs have been in D&D since the mid-80s. They were just more a Pancho Villa type. Orcs truly mimic the tactics and culture of the people they raid. I missed the stream about this topic. Thank you for pointing it out. Also, the sound design is actually pretty good in the game. The characters themselves, incidentally, there are quite a few. Well, it's not actually that many because it's still like basically in a kind of pre-seasonal beta stage. But this one's Freya. Her thing is doing poison thing, which the boss is immune to, which makes me a little bit sad. The poison is absolutely pathetic, and I have found no real use for it at the moment, but I'm sure if you manage to stack enough modifiers and couple one another, it will eventually become actually unironically bloody amazing. At least that is what I'm hoping in the long run. We also have 4 abilities. Q is firing poison, which apparently does absolutely nothing to this boss, so I'm going to refrain from using it. C gives you armor, and as I don't intend to be hit, that also does absolutely nothing for me. And V creates an area of poison on the ground, which again does necessarily not a whole lot. Although I'm presuming I can poison these. Yes, I can poison these. Lovely. Wait, what if I... Ah, how about that? Okay, no, it does do damage. There you go. Not a whole lot or anything, and probably not worth spending the mana on it, but it does do damage. They are. Roly-poly. That's a very Korean name or something. And one of the main selling points about the game is the idea that you're going to be fighting really huge boss-like things, like this thing, where eventually you're supposed to be able to climb all over them, which is a cool idea. Also, I seem to be out of ammunition. And fine, I'll just switch over to the big gun then. Also, it looks like you're looking at me and trying to murder me. How about you? It seems like we have a far more high-level team this time, as everybody's doing way more damage. And now we DPS the puppy spots. Presumably poisoning the thing right now is going to be utterly pointless, seeing as it's immune to all other damage and other weak spots, so we're just going to concentrate on shooting those instead. Oh, that was dumb. Ow! Why? Another one of his main selling points is, of course, the fact that the characters are actually attractive, which is a rarity in this day and age, and actually genuinely sort of kind of worth mentioning as a selling point, which it really shouldn't be. You'd really think that that would not be a thing. It's like having, you know, imagine back in the day, on the back of the box, it literally says, our characters don't look like cave trolls. Like, you'd be questioning whether or not that was really worth putting on the sales blurb, and, well, yeah, that's the current, yeah. Another interesting and weird mechanic is the idea of the ammunition. So you might see there's a bunch of stuff being dropped on the ground, and you can also see that there are little colored icons over to the right next to the weapons, like the purple and the orange, etc. You can actually pick up ammo during the battle. So these guys will drop ammo, which are colored green or purple or etc. And as you pick them up, you can regain ammunition. So it kind of adds in a system where you've got to worry about the weapons you pick and whether or not you are actually bringing, you know, the correct type of gun to get ammunition back to keep feeding your weapons, as your little mana pool is not going to be necessarily the hugest part of damage. Alright, so which one of these give me Bunny? That one looks like Bunny. Bunny! And it's only got a, honestly got a relatively genuinely nice, you know, style overall to it. Rasmus 0211 under the shiny coin to the Style Boy Arch. Thank you very much. You need to redo boss to get Bunny. I did realize. Marked 117B for $2. They were smart to make Bunny your first free character. They were, and they focused the marketing efforts on her as well. Very intelligent. Coroner, scan for weak spots. Regular in the fight. I tried last time. I didn't see any. They might be there, though. and Mercedes21, and I just blocked Mark Hammond on Twitter.
Heresy's
He
the question.
he
Fire's the
coasters a
answer.
very big crosses, I'm presuming, a very big no line for me, and Luke Skywalker is gone for me. So how good is the game? I heard that he'd been doing crazy shit around the assassination. Oh, and one of the monetization options is, of course, cosmetics, including a hamster that runs in your backpack. Why? Fucked if I know, but it exists in case you're interested in having a hamster run in your backpack. Again, I don't know why, I just accept the video game for what it is, that is all. As for how good it is, you know what? Okay, so I was also playing Zenless Zone Zero the other day, because I am a massive weeb, of course, obviously, if you haven't gathered that point yet. Go to Anise and Reset Bunny. I think that is you. I'm pretty sure that is you. Hello. Give Bunbun. Bunbun. Bunbun, please. In 50 seconds. Okay, thank you for Bunbun. By the way, you can unlock all of the various descendants for free, but you do need to get stuff for them, which you get from the bosses, and then you also need to pay a quantity of cash. Now, how easy it is to get gold, I don't know just yet, because I haven't been playing it for all that long. And they've also got research time. I think Glay is like 16 hours research time, which is... I don't know why. I'm presuming that... Let me guess. If I click on this... Yes, accelerate cost for premium currency. Of course. Of course. Derp. Yeah, duh. That's why. That was obviously why. Yes, of course. Well, I am not going to spend 1 premium currency on accelerating 4 seconds of Bunny, so we're just gonna sit here and wait for Bunny to finish. There you go. Look at that. Bun bun. Would you like to receive this item? Yes. That doesn't look like a bunny. It looks like a cube. Ah, no self-introduction or anything? Boo. What was that about? Oh yes, Zenless Zone Zero. I was playing that for a little bit. Did I pick up any interesting weapons, incidentally? Anything cute? Assault rifle, sniper rifle, assault rifle, tactical rifle. Well, that is a hell of a lot better than the tactical rifle I did have, so we're just gonna put that on there. My grenade launcher is starting to look kind of sad and pathetic, honestly. Maybe we... Yeah, let's switch that for a sniper rifle, shall we? And I'm guessing you can do that objective boss like 3 times a day to get 3 drop boxes a day, I'm guessing. Let me test out that theory. I was playing Zenless Zone Zero, and it's beautifully animated. It is exceptionally well animated, ridiculously well animated. Like, it reminds me of the first time I saw Disney's The Jungle Book, you know? It was a completely different level of animation compared to anything you had seen previously. It just blew people away. Zenless Zone Zero, honestly, is that. It is amazingly well animated. But the gameplay, you know, it was actually good. That's the worst part. I liked the combat system. The system of dodging, the system of switching out characters, of using their special abilities to attack, and it had a good mix where you were doing enough damage to the enemies that you never felt like weak or anything. But what really turned me off, weirdly enough, was that there wasn't any grinding. Which I know sounds mildly retarded, but hear me out here. The fact that you could only actually level up your characters at the end of missions, rather than getting experience by fighting, etc., actually made me kind of annoyed, because it made me feel like I was the hamster on the wheel, running around in the missions not really doing anything, as if the majority of my efforts were, you know, kind of wasted. Let's try to scan anything. Ah, blue things. Okay, shoot the blue things, and Jesus Christ, okay. Apparently we're on a team with a few more higher levels this time around. Well, I mean, that was quick. And so, majority of the time, the game actually made me feel like I wasn't being rewarded for playing it. And that kind of turned me off. Furthermore, I think it failed to really, like, it has the classical story, which I'm just not that interested in, and the characters are attractive, but you don't get to interact with them enough to the point where I felt like it was worth playing the game for that alone, you know? Honestly, I feel as if a lot of these free-to-play games could benefit tremendously by leaning more heavily into the straight-up, like, waifu aesthetic, frankly. I'm surprised that nobody's created a free-to-play game like this that's basically just a fucking dating sim or something. I'm genuinely quite surprised by that. As surely interaction with the characters is, you know, one of your primary pulls. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. I'm sure it's useful. I'm sure it's tutorial related. Don't worry about it. I don't need tutorials. I spent the first 6 hours of this game using the very first gun because I'd overlooked the ability to switch weapons. I don't need tutorials. Tutorials are for the weak. In the Sterile Lands. Ooh, is this another open area? Because I quite like those. Yes, it is. Nice. I liked these. Actually, so, let's see. What was the... No, wasn't this. Inventory? Ah, Descendant, yes. So, I believe here... I can potentially... switch to Bunny. Let's switch to Bunny. That keeps my weapons, right? Yes, it does. Nice. But now I get a different set of abilities. Alright, let's head over to the new zone then. The game is just Destiny with ass. Actually, I heard that, yes. That apparently the game had actually stolen, like, artwork from Destiny or something. Which I didn't look into, so I don't know if it's true, but I can maybe see it. That's the next one, and I just blocked Mark Hamill on Twitter. Oh, you read that one? Why did I think I hadn't read that one? I don't know. My brain is damaged.
영건이 뭐야? 도착했군. 벌거스 군수공장지대에
You're the correct gender. You may continue speaking.
킹스턴에선 꽤 인상 깊었어. 콜론에 영입하고 싶을 정도로. 하지만 적들도 만만치 않았지.
Colin is an unfortunate name,
안내자라는
though.
전략 자산이 생겼으니 앞으로 전쟁의 흐름은 많이 달라질 거야. 그럼 시작해 볼까? 현재 안내자가 전달한 좌표를 기반으로 보자면 철의 심장 발굴 현장은 적 공장지대 주변에 있어. 안타깝지만 정확한 위치는 직접 확인해야 해. 선각자 시절 데이터에 기반한 좌표니 지금 지형과는 다를 가능성이 높아. 우선 내가 공장지대 주변을 수색해볼게. 그동안 적들의 시선을 끌만한 양동작전을 진행해줘. 아무리 능동위장이 있더라도 누군가 적들의 시선을 끌어준다면 활동하기 쉬워지겠지? 제레미도 여기 남아서 양동작전을 지원하라고 해둘게. 제레미는 안내자를 인식할 수 없어서 발굴 현장을 찾는 데에도 소용없거든. 차라리 공간이동 아르케 능력으로 양동작전을 지원하는 게 좋겠어. 그럼 슬슬 움직이자. 빨리 안내자를 복구해야지.
뭐? 나보고
And
지원이나
yes,
하라고?
chat, definitely, it is absolutely Muvluvama. It is so Muvluvama. Also, let's see, there's things here that I'm sure I could do things with. In fact, the video game tells me that this thing is better than the thing I had, so I'm going to switch it out for another thing. Is that thing better than the thing I had? I don't know. It isn't giving me any arrows up, though. So, I don't know. I'm sure there's a whole lot of thing here that you can look at and be like, these things are better than the other things, but, well, that requires paying attention to the tutorials, something I am allergic towards.
용건만. 안내자.
Yeah, you're definitely the wrong gender. You're twink gender. I don't like that. So, what are my abilities here? Alright, she gains power by running, doesn't she? Which is an interesting mechanic. Ah, and then she grows... Does she get faster? I think so.
적들의 매복이 걸렸군. 아니, 걸려준 건가?
Okay, that's an interesting idea. So she builds magic by moving.
방심해선 안 돼.
Okay.
그 사이보그
Neat.
벌거스들은
Oh, one of the other things that I was going to complain about and then forgot about it. There's a weird
우리
sort
데이터베이스에
of
없는 강력한 개체가
mouse lag, where it's not really mouse lag necessarily. It's more like it feels like the screen is divided into squares or grids, and the mouse cursor like moves you around the grids on the screen. It's a really hello there. It's a really weird feeling that I
확실히
switched to the sniper rifle apparently. Okay, well, it hits hard when I actually do hit something with it. It is a really odd feeling that makes aiming interesting. Not standing up middle of shooting range. It's you know how with like a controller, a D-pad, you'd have like the slightly like janky movement as your controller tries to maybe lock on with the auto aim or something. It kind of feels like that in a strange way. I wonder what these. Oh, okay, that ability makes me run fast, which is cute.
일단 작전 일지에 기록해
This ability does. I have no idea.
잠깐 기다려.
Oh, it creates an AoE effect around me that does damage. Nice. Oh, that apparently does a lot of damage, just by the fact that everybody just dies surrounding me. Okay. Nice.
적들이 그쪽으로
Well,
몰릴
her
거거든.
DPS is on a
잠이
whole different level from the last character, I'll say that much, which I'm making me wonder a little bit about the game's balancing, potentially, but I don't know. Time will tell. I don't think it's aim assist, chat. I don't think so, at least. But it's weird. Like, you can't really see it, but you can absolutely feel it. You can definitely feel it when you're playing it. It's got a very difficult to describe feel.
벌거스 거점에서 가동 개시. 계승자, 통신이 송출될 동안 장치를 보호해 주십시오. 기만 작전이 먹히면 다수의 적을 이쪽에 묶어둘 수 있습니다.
Whee. Luckily, there's no full damage in this video game. I am going to activate the thing that just blows up everything around me, because that seems like a really overpowered ability. And yes, indeed, it kind of is. Alright, I guess I'm defending this thing. Lasts for ages, too. Very nice. Very good ability. Okay, why would you do that?
벌거스 다수.
You're not supposed to
통신
attack
송출
my
기적 근처.
things.
기만 통신
I
영역
am being
가능성
joined
높고
by people.
계속 교전을 유지하면서 최대한 시간을 끌어주십시오.
It's got some kind of a joining system too, which I'm not entirely sure how it works, but occasionally people will show up and help you out. Why not?
잠깐 기다려.
I do wonder how the Korean cultural hegemony is going to start moving on and forming from here on out, because I know Korea has been putting a lot of effort into basically building up an industry to rival the Japanese, and China has too, but China hasn't.
고출력 벌거스 접근 확인.
China doesn't have quite the same support for it, shall we say. See, the issue with China is China wants to be very culturally relevant, but China also doesn't want to be degenerate, which is strange. And so China actually tries to discourage its own populace from partaking in the very things that it kind of wants to export to everybody else. There was even a story, I think last year, about a Chinese re-education camp where they would send kids to try and get them off the internet, basically. Like, you know, those cringy offline
전술 목표
camps?
달성.
that you see here in the West with women screaming at the top of their voices in the forest to get away from the toxic patriarchy, etc. That, except Chinese and trying to get away from computer and video games. They also instituted the various, limitations on how long you can play video games as well. It's kind of like China figures to itself, a lot of this stuff is, perhaps cultural brain rot. How about we export it to the West and, lean back to see what happens?
임무 요청. 목표 분류. 벌거스 샘플 확보. 최근 불멸의 군단에 적용된 개량 기술을 연구하려면 샘플이 필요합니다.
I suppose I'm not complaining.
이번 임무는 양동 작전의 일환이기도 합니다.
Oh yeah, this ability is not overpowered or anything. Definitely not. Oh, it starts pulsating even faster if I do that. Who needs bullets when you can literally kill people by just being next to them? In fact, my greatest concern is the fact that I run too fast for the enemies to spawn in. Unfortunate. But the Koreans aren't quite at that level just yet. In fact, the Koreans seem to embrace their own, attempted cultural hegemony, as they have put an enormous amount of money into building up their entertainment industries, like a truly absurd quantity of money. This is one of the reasons why K-dramas have become so popular, even in the West, because they put so much time and effort into them that they're actually of decently high quality. Now, they're very weird if you watch them from a Western standpoint. Some of them are difficult to describe. Except, if you know, like silent movies. Imagine silent movies from like the 70s.
샘플 확보 완료.
There we go.
벌거스도 우리 쪽
You're
행동을
teleporting
단순한
out, that's
공격
why
임무로
I'm not doing
간주하고
any
있습니다.
damage to you.
양동 작전이 먹히고
Where they
있습니다.
need to add in like weird little sound effects to instruct you that something funny is happening. The Korean movies are still doing that. Like they have the previous example of a laugh track where a character slips on a banana peel and it actually plays like a whoops sound. It's odd. Very odd. Beard, I've got 70 in. I just got the Ultimate Bunny, working towards Ultimate Ajax. My biggest complaint is just how grindy it is. Also, the Bunny Story doesn't get you the Ultimate Bunny suit, just so you know. I did hear that the way of getting things could be a little convoluted. As I kind of sort of expected the game to just have like a loot box drop system like all the other ones, where you purchase loot boxes and then roll the dice to get your wife. Which is an interesting system that we should really construct more of a civilization based on, frankly.
Service
확실한
guarantee
양동 작전을 위해서 발전기 파괴 작전을 요청합니다.
We should make it so that everybody just, gets a box on their door one day, and inside of it is a wife. Or husband, of course, naturally. We're not going to be discriminatory here or anything. Eliminate enemies defending the camp. Is this a camp? This is a weird-looking camp. Also, I think I just got sniped.
퓨즈를 쓸 만한 파츠를 달고 있어. 그걸 사용하면 되겠다.
But how about I just activate this, and then you just die by being next to me? How about that? How about that? How about that indeed? I think the main thing that will determine whether or not you like this game is primarily your ability to tolerate the looter-shooter-esque fire weapon to empty health bar. Which some people have a very high tolerance for. I mean, some people play these games for fun. Like Destiny or Warframe, which I've never played either. One, Destiny is a goddamn console game, so I would never touch it, even if forced to, even at the gunpoint. And the other one, the Warframe, just because it looks weird, and because I have an irrational hatred of it. I once saw an article describing it as 40k-esque, and I looked at it, it's like, this doesn't look like Warhammer 40k, and I've hated it ever since. My hatred is not actually based on any critique of mechanics, or even aesthetic style today, it's just irrational. And I like my irrational hatred. I have found that it has served me very well throughout my life so far. Oh, I'm supposed to destroy some generators, aren't I? Yes, I think I am. Doesn't that mean I need to fetch bombs too? One of the first missions I got a mission like this, and it bugged and didn't spawn the bomb, forcing me to run around for like 20 minutes wondering what the fuck the game was wanting me to do. That was great. I lied, it wasn't great. Am I fighting lizardmen now? Why am I fighting lizardmen now? Oh.
Fire is the answer.
I don't necessarily know why I'm fighting lizardmen now. I do like this idea of the mobility combat, though. That is a very cute idea. That you've got a character that builds mana by running, and then, you know, does damage by constantly moving, and the faster she moves, the more damage she does. That's a really cute idea that I quite like. Imagine you can do a lot of interesting things with it. Oh, the fact that the aim is slightly off does not necessarily make the idea feel better, but it does do its thing. Sniper bolt on you.
퓨즈 파츠를 보유한
Oh
벌거스
boy,
확인.
okay, hello. V, C. I will again note that this is incredibly much easier than with Freya, though. Like, a lot easier.
고출력 벌거스 접근 확인. 전투 임무 수행
Yeah,
바람.
the poison mechanic really has got absolutely nothing on this. Oh hey, an opportunity to utilize the sniper rifle in an actual way that the sniper rifle might be intended to be utilized in. Not a fan of the Korean language, I must admit.
임무 중계 종료.
I don't hate it. It's not as bad as Chinese. I really dislike Chinese. Chinese is a language that doesn't have words in it, which triggers me tremendously. Like, it just has noises. Noises that no one can ever convince me actually mean anything. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just bullshit. Much like Sami, incidentally. But Korean, at least you can occasionally identify the odd word here and there which sounds like it might be a part of some sort of structured language. Apparently their writing system is like really good if you're, you know, want to learn it or something, but I wouldn't understand why you would want to do something so silly as that. So yeah, don't forget to mod your chick, Witcher. Nomad Acumen, hello, Korean enjoyers. Indeed. Deadpool Kid, hey Arch, I'm afraid I have to call out on your Canadian dev for his... I am afraid I have to call out on your Canadian dev for his poor attempt at jokes on so-called Putin fan on 713. Syntax, call me out? Why are you calling me out? Avoid a mission. I don't know what that means. But I want to do it. Can I do it? Can I have whatever this is? This looks cool. Can I give? Insufficient void shards. Apparently not. What the fuck is a void shard? Jesus only knows. Well, that thing over there. Can I do that? Can I do this toy? What about that toy over there? Where am I? Where am I? Is that a toy I'm allowed to interact with? I hope that's a toy I'm allowed to interact with. You do also have a grappling hook, incidentally, which I've completely forgot to actually utilize at this point. The grappling hook, too, is cute, if... touchy. Toy? 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 If I rub my face up again... Ooh. This toy appears to be interactable. I am confused as to what the video game wishes from me. Dumb enemies. Wait, am I supposed to protect it?
Heresy's question. Fire is the
I
answer.
don't know. I'm just gonna run back and forth for as long as my superpowered abilities last. Simple as. This gun is nice. This is reminding me of the good old days where I could kill enemies easily. I like that. See, in Zelda Zone Zero, I felt like I wasn't being rewarded enough for doing things. In this game, I feel like I'm rewarded a little bit too much for not really doing much. I'm just running, and yet the video game is giving me drops and killing my enemies for me. Apparently disabled, void fragment can be destroyed. I don't understand what you wish from me, video game. Am I doing damage to it by killing the bad guys? Am I supposed to kill the bad guys? Am I supposed to allow the bad guys to hit the thing for me? Am I doing damage to it by killing the bad guys? I have so many questions. None of which necessarily matters so long as there are people to shoot on screen, though. I'm sure the video game will inform me as to what I am doing correct and incorrectly eventually. Maybe, possibly. Also, there needs to be more voice acting. Reverend Knowles, his distasteful behavior on X after the incident about the whole thing, as well as the family man no longer with us was too much. He crossed my line for decency, implies he will still have my views and chats on other streams. Dev is going a little bit off the deep end for this, I will say. Dev has fully committed himself to the idea that Trump bad, and it's getting a little bit over the top. Oh boy, you're large. How about I don't fight you and I just run past you, killing you as I do? How about that? I don't see how humanity is losing this war when they've got weapons like Bunny on their side. Absolute units as Bunny. Wait, are those suicide bombers? I feel like... Yes, they are. Okay. I am sure chat is telling me what to do right about now. Aha! Special abilities hurt it. Whee! I knew I'd get it eventually. Say, chat, I didn't need your help. I was just testing you to see if you knew the answer. That was all. Silly chat. Wait, did that give me void fragments? Can I go play with the other toy now? I'm not sure. I don't even know where the other toy was now. Okay, that's the toy. Reverend Knowles, I apologize for bringing this up and potentially ruining the mood, but I want to inform you that I will no longer super chat any ArchCast with dev on it. Well, such is the life of a dev. Aww. 12 required. Polymer Void Shard 3 required. How many do I have? Yeah. But it looked like a fun toy. I don't like the idea of locking toys behind things. I dislike that. I would like to get access to all of the toys, please. Do not lock me out of toys. Super fluids. Oh, God. Alright, Bunny is OP. Bunny is really OP. And she is adorable as well, this is true. But we're gonna play somebody worse.
하실 말씀이라도? 계승자, 샤렌에게 긴급 상황을
I'm sorry, you're the wrong gender, I can't listen to you.
안내자라는 거 믿어도 되는 거냐? 너네들 킹스턴에서 이겼다며?
계승자, 이건 나도 당황스럽군요. 킹스턴에서 벌거스가 가지고 있던 선각자 데이터는 모든 패킷을 조합하지 않으면 열람할 수 없는
Harrison's the
상태였어요.
question. Fire is the
그
answer.
당시 벌거스가 전송한 데이터는 약 90%. 나머지 10%는 당신이 지휘관을 쓰러뜨리면서 막아냈죠. 하지만 벌거스는 모자란 10%를 스스로 만들어냈어요. 그리고 정보를 열람했죠. 어떻게 이런 일이... 계승자, 이건 내가 분석해볼게요. 당신은 철의 심장 발굴 현장을 계속 찾아봐요. 벌거스가 발굴 현장에 먼저 들어갔다면 목적을 달성하고 장소 전체를 파괴해버릴 수도 있어.
She is adorable, isn't she? She's not even like scantily dressed or anything, she's just fucking cute. I like her. That is good though.
Question. Fire is the
내가
answer.
제대로 된 표적을 전송했으니
Everyone should worship
그
the god.
잘난 실력 좀 증명해 보시지. 똑바로 하란 말이야, 똑바로.
Silence, male. I don't like you. We really should make sure that males don't speak as much as they do. It's an
표적 정보
unfortunate
전달,
thing.
시설 정보, 벌거스 카이퍼 저장 탱크. 계승자, 저장 탱크는 폭파가 목적이 아니므로 주의 바랍니다.
Should not be
보안을
detonated.
해제한 뒤 그 속에 저장된 카이퍼 팩 탈취가 핵심 목표입니다. 벌거스는 희귀금속 카이퍼를 우리와
Yep,
다르게
the green
사용하고
water
있습니다.
does indeed hurt me.
특히
Good
놈들의
to
처리
know.
방식은 엄청난 오염을 발생시키고 잉그리스의 환경을 파괴하고 있습니다. 현재 환경 복원을 위한 연구가 진행 중이므로 반드시 벌거스에게서 카이퍼를
I wish this
빼앗아야
was in Japanese so I could understand what they're
적
saying.
지휘관의 시선을 끌 수 있다면
We could also
일석이조겠죠.
play the game in English, of course, but... What do you think I am? Some kind of weirdo? No, no, no. We do not play Asian games in English. It is a crime. Tactical rifle. Tactical rifle requires me to aim. Video game not good at aiming. Pick weapon that allows spray and pray. That does not allow spray and pray. That's a sniper rifle. That is actually the exact opposite. I do like the sound design. The guns sound nice and meaty. They've got that plap plap noise to them. Huh? Plap plap. I like plap plap. Error code Weasel. Bunny OP. Bunny definitely OP. I am trying to run to build up mana. It doesn't really work with this character, weirdly enough. There we are. Look at that. Lovely. And a green box for reasons unbeknownst to me. What? Oh, green box. And put a green box in thing. Okay, understandable. No. No. Yeah. No. Ah. Just skipped the ad in time. Hexy, hello Arch, love your content, but considering recent events, I can no longer donate to the ArchCast if Dev is on. His Trump derangement syndrome has gone too far. Dev is making himself a lot of enemies these days, isn't he, for some reason? Silly Dev. Dev has decided that optics is not a thing. I disagree with Dev on this. I think optics are a thing. I think Dev is falling afoul of them. Repeatedly. Hello. massively. Well, he was on fire anyway. And John Smith, Date, here's your $5 stream fee art. I'm kind of the other way with Dev. I like him. I don't agree with him. I feel like people are gaslighting. Gaslighting. I do think Dev... See... I don't agree with it. It's one way to meme about it. A lot of people have been making memes about it, but it seems... too soon, I guess? Too large of an event. It requires a certain... I guess that's not... I guess it's something I have or something. I think it deserves a degree of solemnity. At least he hasn't gone full Destiny. Destiny has gone even further off the deep end than Dev has, and managed to get himself demonetized off Twitter for it, which I saw then thereafter he was yelling at Musk for, like, hey, free speech, Elon Musk, what are you so triggered about? Like, listen, dude. The soon-to-be president of the United States was shot in the head. This is a moment for shutting up and not making things worse. But, you know, I honestly think that this is a result of the progressive left having had it all their own way for so long now that they can't conceptualize of a situation in which they need to be the one who shut the fuck up for fear of retribution. See, I was talking to Sargon briefly about this before I started streaming today, and we both had kind of the same thing. Like, Sargon brought up the example of George Floyd. Everyone on our side, the moment that happened, were like, yep, this is one of those things you do not speak about. You do not open your mouths, you do not joke about this, you do not tongue-in-cheek mock it, you keep it nice and respectful if you're going to talk about it at all, and preferably, you don't speak a word about it, because this is one of those things that is likely to result in consequences. But the left hasn't had one of those things. The progressives hasn't had consequences for its actions for the last 10 goddamn years. And so watching somebody like Destiny or Hassan go full mad crazy on this, saying all the most insane things that make my butthole clench just looking at it as I feel a yellow demonetization symbol crawl up behind me. And then there are consequences, and they're like, hold on, where's my free speech? I fucking wonder, bruh. I fucking wonder. Oh, and the other response, too, is like, wow, and now the conservatives aren't for free speech anymore. Bitch, this is most assuredly not a spanking paddle that the conservatives created for you bespokedly. This is absolutely a stake that you yourself lovingly carved. And now that it is being applied repeatedly to your own asshole, you suddenly find it objectionable. I'm sorry, but that is not my fucking problem. This is probably all junk. That's why I can't pick up stuff, isn't it? It is. Designate all as junk. Remove all as junk. What? Dismantle as junk? Hey, resources! I have no idea what does. Yay! Aha! Gangster! Okay, that's a good name. Burning Hound. Never pet a burning dog. I don't know where that saying come from, but there is a saying that says don't pet a burning dog. Well, I already did this, so I don't need to do it again. And I don't even think that is necessarily Dev, mind you, because he is not on left as much as I do like making fun of him for it. But I do think he does take a certain degree of guidance from what appears to be publicly acceptable. And the Destiny thing, well, that was appearing to be publicly acceptable until it was smacked by Elon in person. Personally, I mean shit. Free speech or not, there are some things that you just keep your fucking trap shut about. And a presidential assassination is, yeah, it's one of those things. One of those things.
그러면
And at the
정제수를
very
멈출 수
least, you don't start joking about the victims right away. I guess there are things that are quite like innocent things too. I saw them bring up the shooting with oh god, what was his name? The kid during the rally that shot like 3 people who were attacking him. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I've completely spaced it now. Let's actually use some of my special abilities. Oh, you know what? Now that I've got some points into it, it does tick for a pretty decent amount, doesn't it? 72 damage. Not bad, actually. But yes, that shooting where he shot 3 people at a, protest thingy.
퓨즈 파츠를 보이면
Rittenhouse. That was it. Thank you, chat. Call Rittenhouse.
함청 장비에 적들의 통신 신호가 잡힙니다.
Even the right was then just looking at that for a long period afterwards until everything had come out about the background of the individuals who were shot, and then started making fun out of it because they were on very, very solid ground to do so.
제게 부하를 대신 내보낼 모양이군요. 지휘관이 직접 나타나길 바랬는데.
Now, the guiding light thingies in this game occasionally confuse me a little bit, as I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to be going half the time. Also, I don't know what these things do. I don't know what that did, but I'm sure it was useful. Maybe, possibly. Ow. No, my poison thing was wasted. Why? See, Freya may not be as powerful as Bunny, but I like her ass better, and she's cuter too.
하나. 하지만 계승자 고출력 벌거스가
오.
정제소 위치로 이동
Hello,
중입니다.
loads of them.
그 가로질
Drop
가능성이
time.
높습니다.
If I were Bunny, you'd all be dead by now. Ow. I take it he picked probably up the bomb. Devil's Call. Well, at least they've got a cool name for their things.
계승자 발견. 양저와 카이퍼방어막 가동. 정제소 보호를 위한 계승자 사살 개시.
Gay boys hiding behind your silly shields.
이 개체도 상당히 위험한 벌거스입니다. 처리해 두는 게 좋겠습니다.
Ow. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do that, and hopefully... No, that did not spread to the other ones. I was kind of hoping the AoE effect would hit the silly magic balls above his head. It did not. Ow. I do have a jumpy, or a dodgy button, which I should be making more use of. That looked like a trap.
재가동 실패.
벌거스 신호 소멸 확인. 이터렐릭이 나타나길 바랐지만 어쩔 수 없겠군요. 고생하셨습니다.
여기는 샤렌. 훌륭한 지원이었다. 현재 추적에서 벗어나 공작 구역에서 핵심 정보 수집 중. 임시 전초기지 좌표를 전달했으니 해당 위치로 전원 합류 바람. 본격적인 침투 작전을 시작한다.
The evil space aliens are continuing their invasion as we try to assassinate their leaders. But why would they do this to us, chat?
Heresy's the question.
Oh,
Fire
that
is
is, oh my
the
god,
answer.
gentlemen, I have lost another Reddit burner account. Apparently they don't take kindly to calling the bastard retardy Oswald. Jesus. Well, again, I return back to the point of the left has held power over what is and is not allowed to talk about for so long now that they've kind of started to lose the plot just a little bit. Just a little bit. I guess we're going here now. Sujad, mouse smoothing, Witcher? I don't know. I don't think so. There's the like weird like. Actually, can you see it better in the sniper mode? Maybe. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Like you can kind of see how how the like aim ditters, like it kind of like moves in segments across the screen. It's that. It's really weird. It's really weird.
잠깐이면 괜찮겠지? 덕분에 살았어. 그 와중에 벌거스 카이퍼 시설까지 공격하다니 인정할 수밖에 없겠던걸? 이 토렐리? 그놈에게서 어떻게 빠져나왔냐고? 그 벌거스는 네가 채굴지대 전투를 끝내자마자 갑자기 퇴각했어. 그리고 약속이라도 한 듯 어떤 시설 안으로 들어갔지. 무슨 속셈인가 싶었지만 결과적으로 훨씬 좋은 상황인 것 같아. 그 시설 밑에 철의 심장이 발굴됐던 현장에 있는 것 같거든. 급히 지어진 듯한 구조물, 입구를 지키고 있는 다중보안장치, 그 속으로 사라진 지휘관급 벌거스. 어때? 느낌 오지? 일단 작전 인원들에게 다중보안장치를 해제하기 위한 임무를 분배할게. 절차가 좀 필요하지만 이런 보안장치는 작전 중에 많이 해체해봤거든. 그럼 움직이자. 벌거스가 발굴 현장을 어떻게 하기 전에 서둘러 진입해야 해.
확실히 다중 보안 장치 양자 분리막은
We must
내
destroy
아랫편도 누를 수
everything
없지.
so that we can acquire the MacGuffin that is. That's a weird
머리
piece
좀
of cover.
쓰셨네.
That is buried deep
기계대가리네.
underground, for the MacGuffin will give us the power to restore the dimensional wall that separates us from the angels and devils. Or basically, that's, generally speaking, that's what's going on, more or less. Actually, have I unlocked any more of those little boss fighty thingies? Level 22, Stunning Beauty. Well, unfortunate. How many levels am I away? Far, I'm guessing. 11, Jesus. A while. Okay. Encrypted vaults in normal difficulty. Well, I have no fucking clue what that means, but I'm sure it's something. Wait, toy? I'm still a bit annoyed that the game didn't allow me to play with the last toy it gave me. Toy? Toy? Oh, I need, like, probably fire damage or something to break it, I guess. Right? Yeah, because it's immune to poison, of course. Yeah. Well, I don't have any fire, so fuck me, I guess. Diddly dick me.
작전 상황 보고. 전파 교란기 설치 완료.
Colonel, hover mouse over
교란기로 이
reactor to see
토렌을
how it
보내고 있는
boosts
긴급 신호를
skills.
차단하면
Yeah, but
보안
that would
요소 중
require me to
하나를
know what the
오해할 수
stats
있습니다.
are.
제가 작업을 진행하는 동안
Listen,
장치를
I'm
보호해
not playing
주십시오.
video games to learn about stats or how to make a character useful or anything. That's for other people. Other people can learn how a video game works, and then one day I'll look up a guide if I'm particularly interested. How to make character function. Ooh, okay, hello. We'll put that on that, and that'll create, like, poisonous footsteps. Alright, the poison is getting a lot better now, yeah. Punisher. Fucking suicide bots, come on. That's gay, don't do that. You gonna spawn them down there? You are.
죽어라.
Silly enemies. Again? Is it a special enemy? Yeah, actually not that
고출력 벌거스 접근 중. 전투에 주의 바라.
Ow. Oh, that kind of sucks. Farseer. I feel Games Workshop preparing a copyright lawsuit as we speak. One wonders why I wandered into the middle of that obvious freezing field. One wonders, and yet there's no good answer. I am out of bullets. And I am also about to run out of fucking health points. Okay, pick that up.
전술 목표 달성.
Okay, that was a little bit close, but clutch saves are good. Clutch saves are a part of life. If the weekend taught us anything, it is that clutch saves are indeed possible. Sometimes simply turning your head just a little bit is all that's required for you to not have the back of your skull blown open. Artificial biometal. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that does. I really need enemies to drop more white bullets, if at all possible. Relying on the enemy near entirely for your ammunition supply is an interesting strategic choice. Oh yeah, the poison is ticking for so much more now than it used to. This is actually pretty good, yeah. So yes, boosting the shit out of poison is actually a pretty effective way to make poison actually useful. Who'd have thunk it? J-Rod, Archer, anyone in your opinion, what is the best loot shooter currently, old or new? Oh, you are asking the wrong guy. See, I am not much of a looter shooter style guy at
기지
all.
전력망 무력화. 전력을 차단하는 건 보안 장치를 뚫는 가장 기본적이고 확실한 방법입니다.
I don't even know,
공격이
honestly.
시작됐으니 발전기 보호를 담당하는 기술 유닛이 나타날 겁니다. 그 개체한테 퓨즈 파츠가
I'm sure there's some old looter shooter I played at some point in the distant past that was pretty good, but... You know what, I'm just gonna answer Azur Lane. There you go. Azur Lane's a looter shooter, kinda. In a way... Not really, but in a way, you could somewhat kind of make an uninformed argument that Azur Lane's a looter shooter, sure. Kind of. You know... Eliminate enemies defending the camp. Ah, kill other people. That's a simple enough mission objective for me. See, I really liked the idea of the one with the Iron Man suit. It was just such a shame that they decided to not allow you to utilize the only fun part of their video game, the fucking Iron Man suit. Because you got all kinds of cool-ass nukes in that thing. You got homing missiles, you got explosive grenade launchers. You had so many interesting things, and you could use all of these whilst flying around. Fucking Iron Man. It was a great idea attached to an incredibly boring game. What was the name of that one even? I don't even remember. It was really hyped for a little while, and people were like, oh my god, this game is going to be amazing. I think I played it with kids for like 2 hours. I was like, wow, this is shit. Because it was. Ow. Yeah, I have questions as to why a shield would actually necessarily interfere with poison. Rascal, V51. Oh, Rascal. A Rascal. I like that. Ah, it's another one of these.
장치 전력 감소 중. 남은 발전기 2개로 확인.
Alright, I am beginning to see a problem here though, because this is the mission that I started doing the game with, and if I'm still doing this mission, at this point, I'm a little bit worried about the mission variety in the long term, because if all the missions are going to be this, or you know, every cluster of 3 missions, they're going to be one of these, I imagine that's going to get a little bit grating after a while. Yes, I mean, the gunplay is decent and all, but I'm not sure it's that decent. Up. Yeah, game's games could benefit a lot from learning some lessons from Warhammer Online. Warhammer Online had a fair few interesting little quests. And it had the idea of the public quest system, which I feel like this game is almost based on the public quest system in a way. Ow. Well, that was unfortunate. You know, the pseudo kind of open world where people run around doing their own stuff, etc. You know, you should attach a public quest system to this, where people will just organically join the ongoing battles by just running over it, basically.
마지막 발전기입니다. 계속 진행하십시오, 계승자.
And I should definitely add in some more of those big boss things just kind of roaming around. Because that's a neat idea, but relegating entirely to arena seems wasteful. Never stand close to the explosive tanks. It is silly. Maybe a cover mechanic. Am I out of ammo again? I am. I've come to the conclusion that these things don't drop enough white bullets for my liking. Have you decided to give me the bomb yet? No? I really want the bomb, though. No, actually, in the second thought, not only am I relying on the enemy to bring my ammunition, I'm relying on the enemy to bring me the bombs I'm going to use to blow up the enemy's generators. One really questions why the enemy would allow this to happen. Seems counterproductive.
방어병력, 전력 시설 집중 배치, 고화력 유닛 전송.
Elite slaughtered, boy.
명령 완수하라.
That's my ultimate ability, by the way, and yes, it is incredibly underwhelming. My ultimate ability is to make a gun appear for like 30 seconds, and the gun poisons people with poison bullets. Which is a little silly, but not as silly as you might think, because there's no reason why you can't have a poison bullet. It's entirely possible to have a poison bullet. You just take a bullet and you bury it in feces, and voila, you've got a poison bullet. In fact, this was a thing they did. What was it? Well, actually not a poison bullet per se, but poison bullets, culturally speaking. There was a revolt in the British colony of India at one point, because the rifle cartridge thingies, because they had like two-step rifle bullets at that point, where the bullet and the gunpowder was in the same canister, but you loaded them, you know, the bullet, and then you poured in the gunpowder, but they were in the same thing, like the same container. The container was made from pig fat, or like pig skin or something. And in their religion, of course, they couldn't actually, you know, touch pig, and so being required to either tear open or bite into a container made out of pig was kind of no-no for them. Unfortunately for the rebels, well, that was all of the ammunition they had, so their rebellion was extraordinarily short-lived, as they were unable to, you know, load their weapons and shit. A very short-sighted rebellion, everything considered. Extraordinarily short-sighted. But yeah, you could just poop on your bullets, and if nothing else, it would definitely cause secondary infection, so... He is a friend. Do not shoot friend in face. Friend might take it the wrong way and retaliate.
보급함이 잘 도착했다고 전달받았다.
Oh. Well, that was quick.
인증
Thanks.
패턴은 확보했다고 보면 돼. 수고했어.
Defend rally point. Goes to rally point. Good job, sir. You've defended the mission objective. Also, the hook. The hook is a cool idea, but it's too sensitive in where you're pointing at, and too peculiar in what exactly it wishes to lock onto, and not some other things. It's a bit weird.
거긴 내가 담당하던 벌거스 병영이다.
Oh, before I forget about it. Corona, it literally shows the DPS boost for the skill in the lower part of the filter window of the reactor you are hovering your mouse over. Yeah, but why would I notice?
사실 좀 시시하더라고.
Why would I?
통로는 파괴했고
Why should I notice? Actually, that's a better response. Why should I?
야, 콜론 따까리. 작전 중계도 저쪽으로
Why should
해.
I care about the video game attempting to teach me how to play the video game?
내 이름으로 달아놓고.
At some point, simply pointing my weapon towards the enemy and pulling the trigger will no longer be effective. At that point, I will engage with the video game's teachings. This is the rational way of doing it. Where am I going? Probably forward. All I know is that my poison does more damage. That's all I need to know. Also, I'd like a way to boost my melee damage, please. I like melee. Ah, Doritos of determination. That means that I must kill these first. Because it means that they are special. But, see, now I might have used my grappling hook and...
벌거스 추가
Hey,
병력
go see I
포착.
didn't die. It's
내부 시설. 제레미가 파괴한 것으로 확인.
Why am I here? Oh yes, to find the stone heart. That's why. And to eliminate surveillance. The enemies. You rely too much on automated machinery and stuff. You need dudes. Dudes that would understand that the correct course of action right now is to try and talk down the gun-wielding maniac who also possesses the power of poison, instead of attempting to continue to offer resistance that has itself shown itself to be utterly and completely fucking irrelevant. Ow. Also, I'd like a larger area that sucks in loot, please. That'd be nice. I actually think that's a skill upgrade. That increases the area at which you absorb loot. You know what? How about you just, you know, slowly be poisoned to death? God, there's a lot of you, isn't there? I thought I told you to be poisoned to death. There is a lot of you.
병력 소모 상태. 심각. 공장 구역. 긴급 추가 생산 요청.
Probably. Good. Okay, right. I need to disassemble more of my guns. Inventory. Weapons. Weapons list. No. Presets. No. Sent module. No. I have forgotten where the window with all of my guns are. I could get mastery levels, but I wouldn't want to do that. Ah, right, now these are just alternatives. But I can't pick up more weapons like this. See, this is a problem, video game. And you will provide me with a solution. Or is it because I'm in a dungeon? Ow. Well, at least it tells me when I'm under assault. That's good. Ah, well, never mind. This is a blue weapon anyways. Probably not useful. Well, I don't know where I'm going. Or why. Well, he looks special. No, he looks...
성의 병력 전개. 통제권을 회복하라.
거의 다 왔습니다, 계승자. 계속 밀어붙이십시오.
But that gun's purple. I would want that
병영
gun.
시설. 복구 불능. 방어 실패.
성공입니다, 계승자. 임무 중계 종료.
여기는 샤른. 벌거스 다중보안 해제에 성공했다. 천의 심장 발굴지 조사를 위해 전원 내 위치로 집결 바란다.
집결? 놀고 있네. 난 슬슬 빠지고 싶은데, 샤렌.
뭐라고?
What? Oh, machine gun. Okay, well, I do like machine gun. Select. Okay, let's just... Get rid of some so I can pick up the purple weapon at least. There. Slow but sure. Ugh, yawn. But now I wish to go back outside again, video game. You're gonna make me go all the way back, aren't you? You are. You are, aren't you? Bad video game. Evil. God damn it. Right. I mean, this can't be all that's my inventory, right? 11? 77 out of 77. Amount of owned equipment. Do these count as well, perchance? Ah, they do. Designate all as junk. Dismantle all as junk. Thank you. There you go. See, chat, it wasn't the guns, chat. It was the other things, chat. Silly chat. Dumb chat. Foolish chat. Fat chat. Actually, you know, why should I wander around here when I can literally just click this button to teleport to wherever I need to go? Yeah, that is far cleverer, as apparently I need to go over there. God damn it. Never mind. Oh, I can click that button instead. Item a document. God willing, all the people... Ugh. Excuse me, that was not part of the super chat. God willing, all the people calling the event at the rally stage get the Alex Jones treatment. But I know that's unlikely. Yes, we know Trump was on stage. Why do they state the obvious? Well, see, that's actually a bit of an interesting point, isn't it? Because if Alex Jones was slapped with a $1 billion lawsuit for continuing to say something that was provably untrue, then surely there's a fair few people that should be slapped with fairly heavy-duty lawsuits over this, right? In fact, anyone who says, you know, bad stuff about the victims might be in a little bit of danger there. Indeed. But again, wait, is that what I think it is? It is! Aha! I knew that was a jumpy point thing. See, I am smart. But it's not going to happen. Again, the left is very much so accustomed to being in institutional power, which is why they can say the crazy shit that they did without ever expecting to be banned for it. Although, again, Destiny did get yeeted off Twitter. Well, he didn't get even yeeted off Twitter. He merely got demonetized, which is, you know, the next step again, I suppose. Make the left afraid again. Make the left fear demonetization again. You know what? Yes, I like the idea of that. I quite like the idea of that. It is a notion that I am highly positively oriented towards.
용건만.
Hello, Jeremy.
용건만. 다들
Unfortunately,
까먹었나
yet
본데.
again, you're the wrong gender, and so I'm not going to listen to your briefing.
제가 추적을
But Guide, I am going to listen to you because you have an adorable, tiny little cute button nose.
우리가 잡을 방법이 없어.
계승자, 의도하지 않았지만 제레미가 큰 오해를 품어버린 것 같군요. 나와 연동될 대상은 내가 고르는 게 아니에요. 그건 선각자들이 아르케 속에 남긴 엄격한 기준에 따르고 있으니까요. 난 그 기준에 대해 알 수도 없고 거부할 수도 없어요. 만약 기준을 바꿀 수 있었다면 내가 제레미의 오해를 풀 수 있었을까요? 알파의 의심도 지울 수 있었을까요? 인간의 마음은 어렵군요. 강력한 에너지가 날카롭고 단단한 방어 기제로 둘러싸여 있는 느낌이에요. 마치 철의 심장처럼요. 중요한 작전을 앞두고 시간을 빼앗아 미안해요. 난 지금부터 비상보건 프로토콜에 집중하고 대비하고 있을게요. 당신들이 노력해준 만큼 내가 결과를 가져올 수 있다면 좋겠어요.
계승자, 먼저 출발하십시오. 샤레는 아르케 과사용으로 의체가 손상됐습니다. 최대한 빠르게 합류하겠습니다.
걱정하지 마. 저 친구 실력 봤잖아. 빨리 응급수리나 부탁해.
Red. Red means good, right? I think so. Now let's start a public operation. See if somebody's willing to carry me through what I presume to be some sort of dungeon. I don't like the music. It's too alien-y. Like, wee! Oh. This is the problem with Asians. They don't know music.
이곳이 선각자 데이터에 기록되어 있던
Oh,
철의
we've got a bunny, so this should be
심장
easy.
당신들도 알겠지만 철의 심장은
Alright, well that looked
인기스로
lethal, but
건너온
yay!
미지의 존재. 설계자가 처음
Hey, it was lethal.
발견했어요. 그 심장은
I wonder if that
내
counts as death.
창조주의자
I hope
계승자들의
not.
조상 선각자가 물려받았고요. 무슨
Yay, I
일에서
didn't die on the second try. Good.
선각자들이 철의 심장을 모두 숨겼는지는
I feel like we
알
were
수
supposed to
없어요.
go around that rather than like
하지만
that, but oh
이것
well.
하나는 확실해요. 내가 만들어준 목적은 당신들을
Death
철의
is luckily
심장으로
temporary.
인도하는 거예요. 그 다음은 우선 철의 심장을 찾고 이야기하는 게 좋겠군요.
That looks like death too. Oh. There's a lot of death around here. This gun has a weird noise to it. I kind of like it. I kind of don't like it. I'm confused. I feel like it should be a little bit more pang-pang-pangy. I now have two weapons that use the same type of ammunition. White. This is retarded, and I shouldn't do
가까운
it.
곳에서
This is
비정상적인
dumb,
에너지 흐름이 관측되고
and I'm going to
있어요.
regret it when I run out of white ammunition.
이건 철의 심장이 발굴됐던
That
흔적이에요.
mechanic, incidentally, I really do like, because it kind of means that you do have to take into consideration the weapons that you are bringing with you, and whether or not you are able to actually resupply those weapons in mission, which is a very interesting idea. So even if you're like, I hope that would stick around for a little bit longer, it did not. So even if you're like, okay, I really like this type of weapon, I just only want to use this type of weapon, the game might actually force you to try something different, just to, you know, have a broader, more varied loadout for damage, etc., and different resistances and ammunition. It's a good idea. It's kind of like what I was sort of hoping that Total War would start doing in the thing in Three Kingdoms, for example, where the generals were tied to a certain color of troops. So yellow general could recruit yellow troops, a red general recruited red troops, etc. I thought that was an interesting idea, as it might force the player to actually improvise a little bit. Something that Total War never does, because you can build whatever the hell army you want, and then you will utilize that army forever and ever with... Uh-oh. Lag. That is an unfortunate point of lag. Forever and ever with no variation. And so adding in something like that, I thought could be a very interesting idea. It turned out to mostly just be an artificial blocker and not very interesting at all, but hey, you know, a man can dream, can he not? What did I do to engender so much hatred and misery? Ow. I don't know what just hit me, but it was hard and painful.
핵심 사상의 도달. 핵심 사상의 도달.
I'm hoping that... Is everybody dead? No.
시설 폐쇄 절차 개시.
Oh.
계승자, 곳곳에서 진입로가 차단되고 있어요. 내가 최대한 길을 찾아보겠지만 기동이 쉽지 않을 거예요.
Well, this isn't going very well. Especially as I don't think my comrade knows how to pick people up. Oops. Huh. Mission attempts available 7. Okay, so I got 7 lives. Well, that's nice. To be fair, I'm not sure I would know how to pick people up, so...
발굴된 곳 같군요. 아마 이곳에서 철의 심장을 활용한 수많은 실험이 진행됐을 거예요. 비상 보건 프로토콜도 그중 하나겠죠.
I think this means that me falling off the ledge earlier did not count as a death. Resurrection limit? Okay. Moving, okay, I'm being teleported there. Thank fuck, because I did not know where the hell we were. I am guessing this means we are about to encounter a boss or something similar. Oh, yes, I would like that. Negative ion particles.
아무도 나갈 수 없다. 불멸의 군단장, 아무님의 명령을 이행하자.
아몬? 계승자, 일단 저 벌거스를 제거하고.
I was about to say, should I be afraid of the effects on the ground? Apparently. Okay, well he died quick. Oh, was that it? Oh, okay. Well, that was underwhelming.
보이드 침식이 너의 군단을 잠식했다.
그건 정체불명의 코드 때문이다. 곧 해결될 문제다.
Oh, the MacGuffin.
끝났다. 보안을 무력화했다. 지시한 것도 모두 준비를 마쳤다.
시작해.
철의 심장으로 군단은 더욱 위대해질 것이다.
일어나라, 나의 전사들이여. 클리포스를 위해 목숨을 바쳐라.
That's a lot of Kool-Aid. I fear what beast this will create. They died. That's unfortunate. I'm guessing death was not the desired outcome. Oh no, he's fine. He's good. He's red. Rar?
나를 위해 선봉에서 알자로크. 군단의 최선봉에 서겠습니다. 알자로크, 카렐님의 명에 복종합니다. 철의 심장을 내 요새로 옮겨라, 아몬. 당장 역배열을 시작한다.
In case you're unaware, Daddy Bear Darth Vader there's the bad guy. Yeah. In case all the black didn't give it away somehow. Well, that was a really simple mission. I don't know what Chad is on about. Like, Chad, this took me 10 minutes to solo. Well, Chad, don't you feel fucking retarded right about now, huh? Like, I had to put in effort. Yeah, stupid chat. Dumb chat. Proficiency. I have no fucking clue what that means either, but I'm sure it's valuable. Also, I had no idea you could do an aerial attack. I'm glad for this. Ooh, another one. Don't move me to Albion yet, there is still loot. Ah. Superfluids. What are superfluids? Meh. Is there superfluids over here? Yes. Actually, there's metal accelerants over here. And a hole.
계승자, 비록 벌거스가 먼저 손을
And hello, Dev.
댔지만 비상 복원 프로토콜을 통해
See, now that's
기능 중 하나를 복구했어요.
that's peak design right there.
마침내 철의 심장을 감지할 수 있게 된
Battlefield
거예요.
protection and aesthetic
그
all
기능과
in one.
사용법에 대해 알려줄게요.
This is why Korea should and will rise to control the rest of the world at some point. Because Korea knows what it is that people desire. Now, I think, okay, I need to increase my thingity-bob thing. I have mail. Sure. And I need to increase my military level, which will do something. My character looks as confused as I am. She is cute, though. Right, well, that was the thing. Can I do more of that thing? No, I'm not level 5 yet. Unfortunate for me. Toxic women are the best women, chat. It's simple. It's obvious, in fact. Right, okay, so I do have loads of weapons. I like machine gun. I would like to keep a machine gun. Do I have better machine gun? No, I do not. What about assault rifles? I can, I don't like the tactical rifles. I'm not a fan of the tactical rifle. Death roar. I mean, it's a big boom boom, but I need a big boom boom. I guess I'll just use a... That's a really dumb looking pistol, I can't lie. That's a really stupid looking pistol. Why would you put a sword on the side of your pistol? That's really rather stupid, but... Fine. Ooh, lots of things. Okay, I should probably engage with this mechanic again for a moment. Right, tingling mixture. That one apparently gives me more skill power. That one does not. That one gives me a lot more. Okay, burning. So I would prefer to have toxic things because I'm a toxic lady, but it has higher stats, which I presume is better. Probably. Probably. There. Lots of resources. What those resources do, I do not know. Rounds per magazine, yes. For critical hit damage, reload time, accuracy, critical hit rate, yes. Firearm, yes. Fire enchantment, why not? Oh. Oh, why not? Insufficient capacity. Ah, okay, I see. Fair enough, fair enough. Recall isn't really a problem. And pistol. Poison, yep. Nah. Ah, because if you have it be poison, you can't do it for the other thing. Okay, that makes a certain amount of sense, I do guess. Can I modify these? Don't think so. I have many consumables. I don't know what any of them are for. Used for research. The liquid metal can be used for several shapes. Okay, research, sure. Let's see what kind of research thing is. I believe this is not the way to the research booth. But this is. The research booth is over there. I think.
인류는 너무나 나약해. 그래서 우리가 꼭 필요하지.
Gun? Rank 15. Okay, never mind. Weapon? Thunder Cage. That's a name. But sadly, I am lacking a Thunder Cage blueprint. How do I acquire a Thunder Cage blueprint? Obtained separately. Acquisition info. Sterile land. Logistical facility. Logistical facility. Okay, so it's a random % drop, I presume. Alright, fair enough. So yeah, don't forget to mod your Descendant. You just did your guns and nothing else. You can right-click to add mods. Witcher.
반가워요. 모듈 때문에 오셨죠?
Ah, this for the mod. Yeah, I don't need that. Wait. No, never mind. I don't like the look of that guy. Can I? Him.
살고 싶어. 그럼 내 말 잘 들어.
Ah, Descendant module. Okay. Well, see, I had some here already. I know what I'm doing. Well, that one, because mana, ISP for the charged sub-attack. I don't know what the fuck that means. I think it's punching someone. Damn it.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Polygenic antibody. Sure. 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 Oh, there you go. Well, I don't know what fits in there, but probably. Good enough for general government work. Missions. Wait. I didn't unlock any of the new little boss dudes, did I? No. Could I do them on hard? No. But why must I be level 22 for that? Judging by how rapidly the leveling process has slowed down, I imagine that's going to take a while.
이건
Ah, your cute little button nose.
계승자, 내 철의 심장 감지 시스템은 아르케를 매개체로 특정 환경 요소를 감지하는 스캔 기능이었어요. 아르케가 닿는 영역 내에서 철의 심장 고유의 파동과 입자, 그리고 에너지를 색출해내는 원리죠. 탐색 범위와 정확도는 잉그리스에 분포된 아르케 입자 양에 따라 달라요. 계승자들의 작전 투입 지역을 고려한다면 잉그리스 전역의 35% 정도를 돌아볼 수 있겠군요. 중요한 건 현재 샤렌의 위치에서도 철의 심장 입자가 감지되고 있다는 점이에요. 벌거스 군수공장지대에 무언가 있는 게 분명해요. 계승자, 난 이런 식으로 잉그리스 곳곳에 투입된 계승자를 통해 철의 심장의 흔적을 찾을 수 있어요. 하지만 양자 모노리스에 접속했던 아문 역시 철의 심장을 수리하고 다양한 정보를 획득했어요. 선각자 데이터 강탈도 그 아몬이라는 벌거스가 주도한 것 같더군요. 벌거스 출신이면서도 선각자 기술에 대한 높은 이해력을 가지고 있었어요. 그렇지만 벌거스는 벌거스예요. 선각자 직계를 이길 순 없어요. 어서 날 사용해서 철의 심장을 찾아요, 계승자. 지금부턴 내가 인류를 도울게요.
계승자, 콜론 특임대를
You know, I really hate that Hollywood thing where it's like, oh, you know, the hacker person. How do you know it's the hacker person? Well, he's hitting a keyboard repeatedly, randomly, smashing it.
Fire is the answer.
This, I do not believe is how hacking works. I reject this interpretation.
용건만 말해. 계승자.
Hello, male.
브리핑 좀.
Goodbye, male.
지원 고맙다. 지원 병력이 도착하면 작전을 시작하겠다.
Reject male. Embrace female. Only way. Right, antenna. Archley, don't you know both sides were in the wrong when Trump got attempted, according to Dev? So Archley, remember, if you're dodging rounds, it is your fault. Well, sometimes you just need to get shot a bit.
발굴 현장에선 도와주지 못해서 미안했어. 솔직히 지금도 내가 제 기능, 아니, 제 실력을 발휘할 수 있을지 모르겠어. 카이퍼 역반사 위장을 유지하려면 전력으로 아르케가 많이 필요하거든. 의체도 나도 슬슬 한계 같아. 하지만 철의 심장이 코앞에 있다면 몸이 부서져도 힘낼 수밖에. 안내자의 설명에 따르면 철의 심장 입자는 추적의 기초 단서야. 심장이 지나간 곳에 남는 발자국 같은 개념이라더군.
Oh, it's like dandruff,
그
basically.
발자국이 찍힌 위치를 정찰 정보와 대조해놨어.
The MacGuffin has
계속
dandruff, and
쫓다
we're tracking
보면
it.
더 유력한 정보들이 나올 거야. 네 담당 구역은 애쉬브로 전송할게. 나머지 구역은 콜론이 담당하지.
벌거스 군수공장. 정말 불길하고 섬뜩한 곳이군요.
그런 건 어떻게 느껴지는 거야?
It truly is an
난
ominous and
계승자의
horrifying
아이디어,
place.
여러 가지 감각을 느낄 수
This
있어요.
place where they make munitions.
당신의 환상통까지도요.
I should try to
안내자,
pistol out a little bit.
그건 내 몫이니 마음대로 들여다보지 마. 복수를 완성하면
So far, so World of
그때 나도
Warcraft.
통각을
Move on to a new
찾아내라고
zone,
해.
get a new series of missions.
당신이 쫓고 있다는
Possibly get some
그
weapons?
벌거스 말이군요.
Single shot revolver nonsense, eh? I like the sound. It's got a very good, satisfying ping sound, you know? I like the ping sound. The pang sound is good. Not sure about the single shot thing. Also got a little bit of a weird bounce to it, but I like the pang sound. Hacking in progress. And I really hate the fact that it's got a random knife stuck next to it. Highly disapprove of random knife. Also, it seems to do precisely not enough damage to kill something, which is mildly infuriating. Like, look at that. I can't even see its health bar anymore, but it's definitely alive. For no reason whatsoever, that reminds me of a good movie that I watched the other day, Fukushima 50. I would recommend it. It's about the nuclear reactor meltdown at Fukushima. It's good. I don't know what that has to do with the fact that my gun does precisely enough damage to not kill them. I have no idea where this notion came from, but
여기서 많은
trust me, it's a good
전설자들이
movie.
수상한 구역으로 이동했고 기밀 처리된 물자들이 이쪽으로 반출됐습니다. 의심스러운 정보군요. 이 정보는 샤렌에게도 전송하겠습니다.
Superfluids.
실드 파괴.
Superfluids.
실드 손상.
I definitely need more shields. I feel like I am dying at a far more rapid clip than previously.
이유를 알 수 없지만 이 구역에 흐르고 있는 폐수에서 철의 심장 입자가 느껴져요. 확인할 수 있을까요?
거기 설치해둔 환경 데이터 수집기를 가동했어. 수집기를 회수하면 오염된 폐수를 직접 만지지 않아도 다양한 환경 파라미터를 확인할 수 있을 거야.
Okay, well that is
안내자, 그 정도 데이터만 있어도 분석 가능한가?
well, I did complain over there not being enough mission variety, and well,
저 폐수의 성분을
game
알아낸다면
clearly.
왜 철의 심장
But
입자가
see, I know. The moment I started doing this, I'm like, hold on there.
데이터 회수를 서둘러야겠어. 데이터 유지 시간은
This grappling hook is not reliable enough for the operations that you are asking me to do with it. And you're also asking me to platform in third person. I'm not sure about this video game. I am not at all convinced that this is a wise idea. Like this grappling hook is the definition of fucking derp. I think this is a really, 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 really bad idea. Hopefully it'll just give the rest to me, but I am extraordinarily skeptical of this. Alright, well, that was less painful than it could have been, I suppose. Ugh. I hate platforming in third person, in case you were unaware. Right, well, it teleports me to the other side. Thank you.
이 폐수는 카이퍼 추출물과 벌거스 전해질로 구성되어 있군요. 철의 심장 입자는 두 물질 사이에 결합되어 있을 가능성이 높아요.
I feel like I kind of just received a special ed consolidation or consolation prize, but I'll take it. Anything to not engage with third-person jumping stuff. Ah, right. I am not using the pistol anymore. I can actually just shoot now. Over there. Over there, over there. Make Arch play Mario? Ha. Jack does not have enough money to make Arch play Mario. Arch would find that an extraordinarily annoying experience, I can guarantee you that much. You can make Kibbs play Mario or Sonic or those silly platformers. And leave Arch the fuck out of it. Yes. That I believe to be the best possible idea.
계승자, 정찰 정보에 의하면 이곳은 벌거스가 병기를 가공하는 시설이에요.
Extermination. Yes, that's the kind of mission objective I like. What do you need to do? Jump on platforms? No. All you need to do is stab the enemy in the face repeatedly with bullets. Far more understandable, far more straightforward. Nice and simplistic. No complicated silly thinking to be worried about. Just stab enemy with bullets until enemy falls down. Ow. Loads of that, actually. Oh, you're a teleporty little bitch, are you? There. You just die slowly from cancer. I like to believe that's what my weapon is. Like, I fire cancer darts at people, and that's why it passes through shields. Because it's not actually a liquid like it looks like in the game. It's actually a, needle-like projectile loaded with cancer. Or hepatitis C, or HIV, or something nasty. Ooh, or that funny virus that makes you bleed to death, that one. I don't remember what it was called, but there's a funny virus that just makes you bleed and never stops bleeding. So every part of you just starts leaking blood. Your eyeballs, your nose, your pores, everything. That one. That one's a nasty virus. The kind of virus Korn would invent when he wants to kind of be nice to Nurgle for a little bit or something. Oh, and the rectum, of course, the rectum. See, the rectum is one of the main escape vectors of blood. Yeah, in certain circumstances. It saddens me that there's, we need more enemies. Less health bar per enemy and just more enemies. I want just an enormous fucking cluster of enemies running around. Largely so that I could poison all of them at the same time and just watch my entire screen be filled with little blinking lights going like damage, 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 damage. But still.
경영 시설은 이미 파괴했을 텐데.
끝장을
그런
내줘.
적을 보낼 정도라면 어딘가 또 다른 군사 시설이 있는 게 분명해. 사령부, 철의 심장 흔적 조사 중 공장지대에 비밀리에 증축된 구역을 발견했다. 모든 정황을 종합해보면 그곳에 철의 심장이 있을 가능성이 높다.
That actually kind of did damage for
추가
us.
조사 작전을 허가 바란다.
작전을 승인한다. 다만 극도로 주의할 것. 현재 그쪽 상공에 대형 강습함 한 척이 포착됐다. 함급이 카렐이 타고 간 함선과 같아. 카렐이 거기 있거나 적어도 그의
He
견줄만
keeps saying
일이
curry,
벌어지고
and
있다.
I don't understand why.
이쪽도 긴급 사태에 대비하겠다. 계승자를 더 투입해야 할지도 모르겠군. 통신 종료.
샤렌,
Oh, that was the
혹시
receiving the
벌거스
HQ communication.
공장지대 전체를
Okay.
파괴할 만한 전략 무기는 없나요? 철의 심장이 여기 있다면 적 시설부터 파괴하고 조사해도 늦지 않을 거예요.
재미있는 발상이 안내자. 그런 게 가능했다면 진작 했겠지. 아쉽게도 인류는 지금 그 정도 전략 무기를 만들 여력이 없거든. 가장 큰 무기라고 해봐야 알비온 산맥의 대공포 정도려나. 그래서 인류에게 남은 유일한 희망이 계승자와 철의 심장이라는 거야. 차원의 벽을 닫아 거신과 벌것으로부터 잉그리스를 격리하는 것. 그거야말로 진정한 전략 무기지. 그러니 이렇게 노닥거릴 시간이 없어. 기밀 구역으로 출발하자.
입자 흐름으로 봤을 때 철의 심장은 이곳을 지나 다른 곳으로 옮겨졌어요. 계속 분석해 볼게요.
All right. So yeah, the mod slots are polarized. You have a mod taking up too many. Looking at the 8 Witcher. Wow, video game. She is cute.
계승자, 지금 이 구역에선 철의 심장 입자뿐만 아니라 파동까지 느껴져요. 심지어 계속 움직이고 있군요. 당신과 샤렌이 아르케 분포를 넓혀준다면 좀 더 확실한 정보를 알아낼 수 있어요. 부탁할게요. 그나저나 내 시스템은 생각보다 불편하군요. 복구만 된다면 잉그리스 어디에 있든 철의 심장을 찾아낼 것으로 생각했어요. 어쩌면 내 시스템은 완전히 복구된 형태가 아닐지도 몰라요. 철의 심장을 위해 만들어진 내가 이 정도 성능일 리 없다고 판단돼요. 내 목적을, 아니 우리의 목적을 달성하려면 난 더 나은 성능을 가지고 있어야만 해요.
그 문제는 여기서 살아 돌아가면 고민해보자고. 대형 강습함이 있는 한 놈들의 물량이 엄청날 거야. 나와 17호는 잠행 상태로 움직일게. 그쪽도 조심해.
Stuff. Things. Bad guys. Oh, God, no. Video game, why? Video game, why? You will traverse using our wonky donkey platforms, or else we will wring your fucking neck. Tee. Meh. Preferably not video game. Surely you are joking. You are joking with me. We will not actually traverse that much with wonky donkey platform.
계승자, 철의 심장 파동을 감지하기에 알맞은 장소를 찾았어요.
Ah, see, now this is better. This is better. Yes. Now we put down poison, and now we want all of them be sad as poison continues to inject all of their bodies. Yes, more enemies better.
여기는
Yes,
구역
yes,
전체와
lots of enemies,
연결된
good.
대형 원자로예요. 원자로 펄스에 벌거스 생체 신호를 대조한다면 넓은
Yes,
범위로
yes,
파동을
many
감지할 수
enemies.
있겠어요.
Hordes of weak enemies. This is how we make fun shooty video game. Oh, out of occupation range. I do need to try that Starship Troopers one again soon. The, what was it, Extermination? The shooter one? I hear they finally got Johnny Rico for that one, which is very interesting. That's very cool. I hope it goes better. That game, it had some interesting ideas, but the whole mass reset was a very bad idea and pissed off a tremendous number of people. Oh, but why? Like, I guess it's a beta and all, and you know, sometimes maybe you need to do some resets here and there. Okay, fair enough, but to reset everyone's progress, and in such a way that they wouldn't get the progress anymore, they wouldn't at least be recuperated the progress or brought up to speed or anything. Ooh, that was a terrible idea. That was an absolutely dreadful idea, and a lot of people were very rightly pissed at it. Then you add in the fact that they were doing this also, just as, you know, Helldivers had its biggest boost of popularity. Well, that was just dumb. That was just foolish in every single conceivable way.
누군가 원자로 가동을 차단했어요. 하지만 차단
I wonder if that
직전까지는
killed the game.
철의 심장 파동을 느낄
I
수
haven't kept an eye on it. I don't know if it's still being played by a decent amount of people or if they've done anything interesting with it, but that might very well have murdered the entire bitch of a video game. Hopefully Johnny Rico will be enough to bring it back up to snuff again. As I would like to have a good Starship Troopers game. I see what you want from me, video game. I don't like it. Yeah, see. And this video game's controls are far too derpy to be expecting anything like this. Like, because I even hit it there. You saw me hit it, but if you don't hit it just so, like, and half of the things on screen you can't actually lock onto as I am hammering the grapple button. I can only imagine the hell of trying to do that with a console controller, unless it locks on automatically. It's just that weird mouse laggy thing too. Oh, secret, nice. I really hope they don't expect this to be a, you know, key core component of the video game in the future, because oh boy, no. Ooh, I wonder about the tribe sequel.
거긴 벌거스 생체공학 시설로 추정되는 곳이야.
Random thought, but I'm thinking about the whole like grappling thing. They were apparently, I don't know if they've done a beta or an alpha or something, but they announced they were working on another tribes game, which is an interesting idea. What happened with the previous one? I remember there was a... Was it ever released? I played a bit of a beta, I think, and then there was a huge controversy because they had introduced a pay-to-play weapon that was just obviously and enormously better than all of the free weapons. That really got people pissed off, unsurprisingly, and that apparently caused a lot of controversy. A lot of controversy, and they lost a lot of customers over that. That was back when Total Biscuit was still alive. Jesus Christ, it's been a while. Diafog ass cancer, big boy. Did that game actually have like a development cycle after that? Did it continue to be alive for a while, or did it just kind of die almost? What? I still had 49 hit points? Oh wait, no, that was my ammunition, not my hit points. You really shouldn't put ammo at the same place as hit points, because I very easily get confused and think like, I still have damage left, I can take some more hits. No, it's not that bar, sir. It's not the easy to read bar that you should concern yourself with. It is the amorphous red bar, yes, that bar. But I don't know how much hit point that means I have left. Well, sir, that is not the video game's concern, now is it? True, I guess.
늦었어요. 실험 데이터는 모두 삭제됐어요.
Tribes 3 rivals, currently 44
가장
players.
최근에
Okay,
진행됐던 실험이로군. 아직 캐시가 남아있어.
So not doing
완벽하지
great.
않더라도 최대한 복원해볼게.
Is that the follower?
그동안
hold
당신과
on. I
나는
need to look it up.
철의 심장 입자를 따라가 보는 게 좋겠어요.
No, that's the old one. Tribes 3 rivals. Okay. 44 players. Okay, so that one's fucking long dead. Okay. And see, okay, chat says Helldivers lost all of his players because of going woke. Yes and no at the same time. See, the game didn't really go woke, as far as I was able to tell from, just looking at it later on. It seemed to still be the same game, but the moderators, the Discord moderators, the constant drama, the whole, like, hey, if you react to furry art with their vomit emojis, we're gonna fucking ban you! Like, that is just absurd. Their community moderation was just an unending disaster that just wouldn't stop. That just would not stop. And that went woke. Those people were woke. No fucking doubt about it. Like, anyone who immediately reaches for censorship when somebody dislikes their fucking drawings is probably woke, yeah. But the game itself remained apparently the same. And to be fair, the fall-off, it was inevitable that would happen eventually. And as the game started bleeding players, the orders became more difficult to fulfill. More players were bleeding away because they felt like the thing was beginning to be unfair. And there was also the patching stuff, which how they continuously tried to nerf things. Come eat my poisonous 22 LR. Ouchies. Which I generally believe to be what this weapon actually is. Just a 22 caliber little Tommy gun thing with poisoned bullets. That didn't help either. And of course, again, just the general decline in popularity of all games. Which is unavoidable. Oh hey, this is where the giant Darth Vader dude was doing his experiments with his little guys. Trying to make them into more powerful Pokemon or something. Oh, good for him. I hope he got some rare Pokemons out of it. I feel like when this weapon crits, it crits like nobody's business. Oh, zip. Well, that was sudden. Right, well, we're just gonna poison all of you. How about that? The devs of Helldivers, they should have just stepped in way earlier. Once the main craziness started happening, the developers should have just yeeted the entire moderation crew, basically, and stepped in for a short while and gone like, okay, due to the fucking shitty nonsense that's going on, we're closing the Discord for a while. You know, we'll be back up as soon as we can, but clearly we've entrusted the wrong people with this duty, and we're gonna find some better people, maybe from the community. Voila. Problem solved. Because they made all the right moves up until then. It's like, we don't want to be a political video game. Good, you shouldn't be. What the fuck is that? Hello, doggy. What does that mean? Are you trying to warn me? Okay. I have no idea what that means. It's a doggy that attempts to warn me, I think. It was far from an unrecoverable position. In fact, they were pretty much allowed by the community to recover like 3 times before finally people started moving on. It's a shame, but hey, such is life when you are but a silly Swedish video game developer. Oh god, I gotta go all the way over there. That's a long way. Maybe. Is that a grabby thing? That is a grabby thing. Good. That brings me nowhere. So to Firewater. That wonky grapple is used a lot. The constant nerfs to weapon pissed me off. In Helldivers, the final nail was the Sony shit. Ah, yes, and the register to Sony or else. I hate this fucking grappling hook. That one, that certainly did not help matters either. Oh. The game has determined that I will be using the sniper rifle now. I disagree with this decision. I keep bringing the sniper rifle because I keep thinking to myself, like, well, I mean, I might run into a boss or something and feel like I need it. See, sometimes you can attach it to almost anything. So other times it feels like you can attach it to fucking nothing. What a weird thing. Aha! Progress. Omnius, red glowing, World of Warcraft zone. And surprisingly few enemies, considering one of their, main munition storage yards are under attack. Ah yes, in the future we will travel on floating platforms. Why? Is it convenient? No, not really. Is it incredibly hazardous? Yes, absolutely. Why then would we use them? Well, they look pretty futuristic and stylish, don't they? Fair enough. I hope the new tribe does better. Honestly, I think what tribe probably... Oh, where's that? What tribes probably needs to do, honestly, is go more casual. I know. It's barely a good thing, but Tribes is like this super try-hard sweatlord game where you need like incredible aim and shit, and I feel like maybe focusing in on the audience that's just like, oh wow, jet skis, would do better in the short term. And then you can slowly add in more like challenge modes and more precise weapons as you kind of go, maybe. And then instead reward people for becoming good. Like, okay, when you do disc someone in midair, that should probably be just an instant kill. But seeing as it's really fucking hard to disc someone in midair, it won't feel that bad.
17호를 투입할까 했지만 적 규모가 너무 커서 철수시켰어. 네가 물자 반출을 막고 병기 연구 데이터를 확보해줘.
Move to the operation zone, which is the opposite direction of where you're going. Okay. So Jod, Arrowhead is a cooperative company, as in everyone owns the company and the CEO is just spoken for the company. Look for the red dot for Grappler. Oh, it's a co-op, is it? Well, that explains a lot as to why nobody was able to rein in the fucking Discord moderator team. Yeah, co-ops are by and large a very bad idea. Especially when it makes the successful part of the company responsible for the retarded part of the company's mistakes. Now, there are some successful co-ops, a lot of them in Spain. This harkens back to the Spanish Civil War, by the way. As the Spanish Civil War had a whole assload of various communist parties and directives that all trying to establish their own, view on things and way of doing things. It was one of the main reasons why the Republicans lost the war as well, because they spent as much time fighting each other as they did fighting the nationalists. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. Like, there were full-on street battles between stuff like the communists and the anarchists at times. You'd think those two might be unified in, war against the fascists. Nope, you would be incorrect. See, the problem with the communists is that they're never really happy with merely being in power. That's never enough for the communists. Being in power is just the start. Absolute power is the only thing that communists respect, the only thing that communists desires. And so they were all too happy to continuously sabotage organizations that were straight up on their side in a war against the actual fascists because they didn't have enough power themselves. Fun fact also, it was essentially the communists who created the fascists in the Spanish Civil War, as the fascists were a very, very, very small party with virtually dick all in the way of popular support. But the communists kept talking about them and kept hyping them up like a big threat until eventually all of the people who opposed the communists were like, okay, well, I mean, I guess the fascists are the way to go. Like, the communists seem to dislike them. This was also why Franco wasn't actually the leader of the Phalangists, by the way. Franco was not associated with any of the political parties, as the main conservative, quote-unquote, political parties of the time were more monarchist than fascist. And all of the various other leaders had way too much baggage. All were actually straight up in jail by the Republicans. Franco was the guy without any baggage, without any real political and party associations, and so he became kind of the acceptable centrist choice. He also, got rid of his competition after a while, getting some of them arrested, possibly assassinating one or two of them, just to make sure, but, yeah. Spanish Civil War is an interesting read. Ah, yes, George Orwell, who fought in the war, was wounded in the battle for, what was it, Bacatrice, something like that? Bullets through the neck. Yeah, he was also deeply disheartened and disenchanted by the war, as were many others. Largely because the Republicans had a very difficult time with the Republicans argued that they were the lawfully elected party, as they were, by a very small margin, but they were also the party who had, launched a coup a few years earlier. They were also the party who had said that if they didn't win the election, they would be launching a coup of their own if they didn't win. This was the justification the nationalists used to launch their own coup, because they were basically like, okay, well, if we don't do it, the communists have said that they're gonna do it, so we're just gonna get ahead of them, basically. So the whole justification of the legally elected government is a thin one. So it's a technical one, shall we say. Still true, technically, but a thin one. This then led them to, address the various other democracies of the world, like the United States and Britain. Like, hey, we're the lawfully elected government, we're democratic and shit. You gotta help us against the fascists. And all of the various democratic countries along the world looked at the cabinet, which was consisted entirely of communists, socialists, and anarchists, and went, I don't know if you're really all that democratic, buddy. And so they took stances against it, whereas the fascists, of course, well, they looked at the fascists and went, friend. Hell, even the Soviet Union basically didn't send much in the way of aid to the Republicans. They did send some. They sent some tanks, they sent some aircraft, basically the Condor Legion, where they were testing out their new gear. But they took the entirety of the Spanish gold reserves and still claimed that the Spanish hadn't paid the entirety of their debt. Communism. It's remarkable how little has changed. Communists are bad now, communists were bad back then. Down, Fido. Let me guess. Over there? Oh, both sides. We're getting feisty now, huh? Very feisty. Level 60! Yippee! I imagine this chick is actually amazing as melee enemies.
아플 것.
And you just pop the corrosive armor and they'll all just, toxic themselves to death as they try to punch you in the face with their claws. Yeah, why? I was about to say, I see a horde of suicide bombers come from one direction. I wonder if there's a horde of suicide bombers coming from the other direction. Yes, there was. Luckily, I had just enough health to not die from it. Good for me.
당신을 공격했던 벌거스 암살 유닛의 무장이군요, 샤렌.
이렇게 착교될 줄은 몰랐는데. 우선 철의 심장 흔적 수색에 집중해야 한다. 17호, 이 정보는 콜론 데이터베이스에 업로드해.
알겠습니다.
Well, aren't you a big, fancy-looking, feisty dude? You've got, like, buttons on you that indicate you probably got special abilities and shit. One of your special abilities appears to be the ability to be continuously stun-locked by a machine gun being discharged directly into your nose. Fine by me. I do love a gun with a good magazine capacity. I also love the way they moan and they die. It is the sound of happiness. Oh, have those guys started to explode now when you hit them? Well, that's unfortunate for me. Continue to die of butt cancer. Ah, butt cancer. Reminds me yet again of Total Biscuit. And yes, as chat was saying earlier, it really does kind of feel as if the entire game industry just went downhill after TV, didn't it? It really kind of does. See, it had already started happening, though, long before. I remember his editor, I think, was talking about this. How TB was no longer receiving codes for games anymore because he wasn't because he was no longer like the big guy who could make or break a video game. Well, he still was, but he was considered too unreliable. He spoke his mind a little bit too much, and so the various video game developers just decided that, okay, we could send a key to Total Biscuits, and it might result in an assload of sales, which would be great, or he might hate it, depending upon which day of the week it is, in which case he'll cost us an assload of sales. The idea of developers hedging their bets became commonplace around that time, as it was a hell of a lot easier to send out keys to, 100 tinier YouTubers, like around 5,000 subscribers or something, and pretty much guarantee themselves positive coverage, because these people are just happy to be noticed, Now, they don't have a long-established audience to cater to or to protect with honest reviews, so if they get a review key for a big popular game, they're going to be so overcome with gratitude that they're probably going to lick your ass regardless of how much you poop in their face. And that does make sense. Still, a tragic thing. And hey, considering how some of those YouTubers turned out, well, I'd like to point out that once upon a time, Jim Sterling was listed up there. Stephanie. Was listed up on the list of reviewers of high moral credos and authority. This is not the correct way, is it? No, this is a dead end. Help. Wait, why am I even running? I can just open the dumbass map and teleport there probably. Yes, see, that's why. button knows. I just want to boop it, just once.
계승자, 지금까지 발견한 철의 심장 흔적이 하나로 연결되는 장소를 찾았어요. 바로 여기 숨겨져 있던 불멸의 군단 시설이었죠. 철의 심장 입자와 파동, 그리고 미량의 에너지는 이곳에서 계속 감지되고 있고 지속적으로 움직이고 있어요. 이곳을 조사해보는 게 좋겠어요, 계승자. 부디 힘을 빌려줘요.
샤렌, 전 여기 남아서
I will
벌거스
only
실험
help
기록
you if I
보관하겠습니다.
get to boop your snoot.
분명 심상치 않은 내용들이 있을 겁니다.
Dungeon?
난
Dungeon.
시설 내부로 먼저 진입한다. 준비되면 합류 부탁해.
The last night. Shotgun. I didn't mean to make that noise. That was just me swallowing the pizza I had 5 hours ago. It's normal. Everybody has the same kafloof when they arrive. Triggers me.
현재 주요 통로 대부분이 막히거나 파괴됐다. 아마도 시설 전체를 폐기 처분하는 의도로 보인다. 관풍구, 배수관,
Okay, thank
유지보수 통로.
For a moment there, I thought I saw friendly fire icons in one of my allies, and I was like, hold on a
벌거스 실험
second.
기록 데이터 일부를
I have not been
복원했습니다.
paying attention to that.
이 기록 정보에 의하면 현재 조사 중인 그
Fortunately, it
시설은
was
불멸의
not friendly
군단장
fire.
아몬의
It was
전용
just
연구소입니다.
me hitting an enemy
철의
through an
심장
ally
흔적이
and being
이곳으로
confused.
연결됐으니
Which is
정말로
entirely fine.
카렐과 아몬이 있을지도 모르겠군요.
쉽지 않은 싸움이 되겠군.
샤렌,
수신 대기 중.
여기서 감지되는 철의 심장 흔적은 지금 아니에요. 좀 더 분석한 뒤 알려줄게요.
일단 알겠다, 안내자. 놈들이
okay,
경고
guy.
장치를 원자로 자폭 스위치로 동기화했다. 대체 무슨 생각이지?
So far, I haven't actually been able to shoot anything because my allies are, ahead of me, killing everything. But this too is fine.
내가 회로를 바꿔놓을 테니 경보 장치가 확인되면 파괴봐라.
I'm sure I will get to discharge my weapon at some point. Oh, there we go. See? Oh boy. Okay, I need to upgrade my weapons. I'm noticing my DPS beginning to fall off quite a bit.
재장. 안전 중.
We have 2 level 40s. Why are the level 40s running these fucking dungeons? I don't know. Maybe they're just finally, like, clearing the missions after, I don't know, grinding special events or something all this time. Now they're stuck there at max level and they're like, ah, shit, I gotta unlock, like, a thing for my next waifu and it's in the campaign. Fuck. Wish I'd played the campaign to begin with. Would not surprise me. A lot of these games do that kind of stuff.
경보 장치 해제 확인. 이상하군. 카렐과 아몬이 정말 여기 있다면 도저히 사용할 수 없는 수법인데. 일단 우리가
Alarm
있는 동안
disabled.
가동 중지된 원자로를
We shot a
안정시켜놔야 돼.
box to pieces.
냉각 장치를
Would
가동시켜.
that disable the alarm or would that set off the alarm?
내가 계속 추적할게.
Like in a realistic universe, I feel as if all of the rapid automatic weapons fire echoing through the facility might, if anything, place the enemy on higher alert rather than lower, but again, details. Bunny literally does not require a weapon to kill everything. I hate the fucking grappling hook. I hate it a lot. I want it to not be a mechanic. Did we just leave a guy behind? No.
전원, 긴급작전 정보를 전파합니다.
I hate the graphic. Okay, you see the little red dot on the crosshair, right? That's the one that indicates that you can grapple onto something. But it seems to randomly appear and disappear at the most random points. Like sometimes, all of the walls can be grappled onto. Sometimes a specific part of the wall can be grappled onto. Sometimes the floor is grappleable. Sometimes the floor is not grappleable. Jesus. Literally, the bunny character is just running around and all of the enemies are just exploding.
이럴 수가. 그럼 이 철의 심장 흔적들은
Does this go faster if they're all in the circle? It probably does, doesn't it? I should have been in the circle already. But I was not. Stuff. Do I have too much stuff? I do. Okay.
지킬. 철의 심장은 이미 사라진 건가?
흔적에서 위화감이 느껴졌던 건 이것 때문이었군요.
We keep chasing the MacGuffin, and the MacGuffin keeps not being
추적 시스템의
captured.
정확도를
Tragic.
높이려면 철의 심장으로 가공된 존재에 대해
The
모든
enemy keep
데이터를
having the
관측해야
MacGuffin
해요.
away from us. If
저
only there was some way
알제로
to
쓰러뜨려야 해요.
move faster and capture the
샤렌,
MacGuffins.
당신은 이
Perhaps
상황을
by
사령부에 자세히
I
보고해
hate
줄 수
the
있나요?
grappling hooks. Perhaps by having more than I hate the grappling hooks. Perhaps by having more than one person look for it. Who knows? It's a radical notion, I know, but still. It's like it's so weirdly precise. I do not understand why they decided to make this a mechanic. Luckily, it just eventually does teleport you. Oh hey, it's that guy we saw in the cutscene. He is getting his ass absolutely fucking wrecked already. Oh, the differing sensitivity in the aim. Right, well, I mean, I really am just window dressing. The 2 level 40s here, so I guess he blew up, poor bastard.
계승자 끝났군요. 하지만 받아들이기 힘든 정보들이 너무 많아요. 이 알자루크도 그렇지만 카렐은 철의 심장에 역배열이란 것을 명령했어요. 역배열, 그건 대체
What could he be? I don't know. Something bad, probably. Oh, another cutscene. Ow. An evil doom fortress of destruction and death, no doubt.
카레, 정말 이대로 철의 심장을 역배열화할 생각인가? 그랬다간 안내자라는 정체불명의 코드를 해석하지 못하고
차원의 벽을 무너뜨리려면 철의 심장을 역배열화해야 한다. 그딴 데 연연할 시간이 없단 말이다. 설마 나와 다른 생각을 갖고 있나?
그럴 리가. 난 단지 우리 연구를 위해서.
Why is he a machine
나와
exactly?
목표가 일치한다니 다행이군. 첫 번째 역배열을 시작해라. 클리포스가 잉그리스를 뒤덮을 것이다. 볼거스의 함성이 이 땅을 공포로 물들일 것이다.
계승자, 샤렌에게 작전 결과를 보고받았습니다. 알파는 매지스터들과 긴급 회의로 부재 중이십니다. 후속 작전 전달을 제게 명령하셨으니 사령부로 와주십시오.
White Bunny. Oh, can I not? Come on. Oh, I have another yellow thingy. I don't know what the yellow thingies are, but I think they increase my inventory size. Yeah, probably. Yay! So, probably gonna be just a simple one-off stream this. Just to give you an idea of what the game looks like. Can I recommend it? It's free to play, so please try it for yourself. The monetization system appears to be a, skipping the grind mechanic style things, a season pass, and that's about all I saw. I don't know how bad the grind is because I didn't go that far in, nor do I have any real intention to. It depends upon how interested you are in looter shooters, because, I mean, it gives you plenty of loot, which is nice. The enemies die at a reasonable pace. The power grading is weird, as apparently the max level dudes are running the same dungeons as me, which is a bit of a problem, as it means that you're not really going to have a particularly challenging time, as a level 40 is going to actually literally Yito, Delito, Cheeto every single fucking enemy in front of you before you can even reach them. As, you know, as far as those... That's weird. As far as those people are concerned, they're just running the dungeon for resources at that point. They're just doing it as quickly as humanly possible, so your experience is probably going to be reduced by that. The story is Korean. It is classically fucking Korean, in the most Korean fucking way, and that's not necessarily a good thing, in my opinion. In fact, it's actually probably a bad thing. The Koreans are not what I would necessarily refer to as great storytellers. They do make rather nice characters, however, which is lovely. Gunplay is okay, even if weird on PC, because you've got that odd little, like, grid-style thing kind of locking in your weapon. It's a very weird method of aiming that I'm that can't be intentional, surely. Like, it must be just some kind of either bug or controller hang-up or something, I'm presuming. The grind... I mean, the leveling has slowed down quite a bit. I'm like, what, 17 now? So around level 10, it hits a pretty large brick wall, but you do get new guns and new, like, stuff every now and then. You don't really get new powers, though, unless you unlock new Descendants, which... That appears to be a pain in the fucking
살고
butt.
싶어. 그럼 내 말 잘 들어.
As they all require loads of, like, special little resources and thing that you presumably need to grind for, and they presumably got drop rates in dungeons, meaning that if you want a particular hero, you can potentially grind for that hero in specific, which is good, but you are probably also going to be at the mercy of an RNG drop chance, which some might be able to hate less than others. And hey, Bunny, your first free character, is ridiculously fucking OP, so at least you won't have to worry about that as a problem, I guess. And if you find the Koreans offensive, you will find this game offensively Korean. Simple enough. Zero Fire, what's up? Not going to lie, actually, I skipped like half the cutscenes because it wasn't very interesting. Yeah, the story is very, very Korean. Yeah. So hey, if you like loot shooters, and, you know, you know, the game is free. The game is currently very popular at the moment, and hey, it's not Concord. I think that is the most salient point I can continue to make as well. It's not Concord. Here, allow me to demonstrate. There we are. It's not this. And you should be very happy that it isn't this. I mean, my god, look at this. Look at this hero shooter. It's like, oh god. Wow. It looks like vomit. It looks like actual unironic color vomit. Like somebody's idea of character design is just throwing up on a blank canvas. And that's about it. That's a female, by the way, that box over there. That's a fat woman in a soda can piece of armor. It's not this. And you know what? That's good enough for me. The very fact that the First Descendant is not this is good enough. Because this deserves to die. This needs to die. This should not exist. The fact that it is allowed to continue to exist, even for the short period of time that it will exist before inevitably going incredibly bankrupt, is just sad. I mean, this should have been shot down in the planning room table. The pitch meeting for this should have simply been a board full of executives and directors laughing their asses off before firing the person who had the room temperature IQ to suggest it. Simple. Simple dimple. So yeah, The First Descendant. It is on Steam. It is free. You can check it out right now if you are so interested. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow, probably. Have a good day, chat.